Don't miss the Rising Stars Football Podcast this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. with Reggie Booby Wins and Prep Stars Football's Derek Denham. Special guest this evening includes Buffalo Bills wide receiver KJ Hamler.
Pulling right, he's got a wide open man deep, and it's caught for a touchdown! KJ Hamler!
Nick Postma, Associate Head Coach, Secondary and Recruiting Coordinator at Grand Valley, and Jeff Corion from the D-Zone. Also, we're asking the questions, what offers really mean? What do rankings really mean? And what makes you a number one player? All this and more on the Rising Stars Football Podcast, tonight at 6:30 p.m. See you there. Don't miss the Rising Stars.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Hey, this is your man, Derek Denham, with the Rising Stars Football Podcast. And as always, I've got my esteemed co-host, Mr. Reggie Booby Wins, everybody. What up, Reg?
What up, Doe? What up, Doe? Merry Christmas, man. Just getting back from Buffalo, man, and trying to give you guys some informed information today, baby. So Merry Christmas, baby.
How was that trip, bro?
It was nice. The 1 hour flight wasn't bad. I probably slept all damn day, but it was a good flight.
Okay.
Little ass plane, man, but it was good.
They had you on a prop plane?
And them little the small
Small
plane.
one.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
all right. It was bad. You know, he was actually pretty good flight attendant, so he was good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was straight.
And so you went down to see KJ?
Went down to see KJ, my baby, and we saw Nick Jones from New York, Makari Page, Max Harrison, as well as big ass Deion Walker.
Sure.
And then, I missed one, KJ? I don't know. But yeah, went down and hung out with them, man, watched my baby, man. KJ is my baby, man, been with me for
family.
4th grade.
Yep.
But I'm just so proud of him, just trying to keep him filling his dreams and doing what he wants to do and what he loves, you know?
No doubt. Well, like I said, that's family, and we are rooting for K. And even though we don't always get, chance to get down there or whatever, but I know he knows that we're rooting for him and praying for him. So,
hey, shit, I ain't gonna lie now. Only reason I'm gonna go to Buffalo is because of his ass. Buffalo's a different place, boy.
Right.
It's for old folks, homie. You can't get in no trouble. Ain't no bar Tootsie Roll up in there.
Right.
You just got to go hang out, watch the game because Buffalo Bills is Buffalo.
There it is.
They got two stadiums next door to each other. That shows a whole lot of vacant land.
Well, speaking of KJ is one of our special guests tonight episode. So we're happy to have, anytime we can have family home, it's good for him to be home. So we're going to bring KJ in. And then we also have Mr. Jeff Corion from the D-Zone. Jeff is going to be joining us, recruiting expert. Jeff is killing the game right now. He recently had a 7-on-7 tournament that was crazy.
Yeah.
So we're proud of Jeff, what he's doing. And then last but not, go ahead. You had something?
Go ahead. No, finish it.
Last but not least, we got Mr. Nick Postma, coach, defensive coordinator, recruiting coordinator for Grand Valley University. So Coach Postma will be joining us as well. And then some of the things that we're going to be talking about today, ranking. Is it just an opinion? Is it a fact? What does rankings mean? And one thing about doing this podcast, Reg, we get a lot of feedback from people. And Jeff, I know when we bring Jeff in, he can relate to that as well. People are not going to be always happy and they're not going to always agree with you. But like I always say, it's just one person's opinion. Don't make it right. Doesn't make it wrong. But at the end of the day, it's an opinion.
But and I agree, it's just opinion.
Sure.
But I mean, what about when you go in the NFL draft and you expect to get draft first and you get draft like Shedeur Sanders did? You went 4th round.
No doubt.
So you mad at everybody else because of the fact they chose him? That is what they like.
Exactly. And we won't debate it right now.
Okay.
We'll come back, circle back around to that. And then in addition to that, what makes you a number one player, a top player? We're going to talk about that as well. So I think those two things kind of go hand in hand, but we're going to talk about what's some of the dynamics that make you a number one player. And the good thing about having KJ on, KJ definitely fitted that criteria in high school, coming out of high school. So he'll be able to lend his expertise to that. And then we're going to talk, Rising Stars recruiting, rankings. We talked about rankings, top 26, 27, 28.
We did that. We're going to work on talk about my top 10 linebackers,
Sure,
safeties, and DB.
Sure. Okay, cool. So a lot to cover today. Very excited. And let's dive right in, man. Let's go. What you got, bro?
Well, let's get the babies on.
You want to do that?
Yep,
Let's start with Jeff?
Yep, start with Jeff and KJ because I can intervene and talk
let's do
about
it.
the conversation.
Let's do it. So we're going to bring Jeff Corion for the D-Zone and KJ Hamler to the show. Fellas, what up, though?
What's going on?
Take my shades off now.
Looking like Darth Vader.
Yeah, let me take my shades off now.
What's up, though?
What's happening, man?
None.
You all right?
Yeah.
Slow motion, baby. So unlike you, I'm slow motion.
Yeah, I just got back from work.
Hey, you won slow motion catching that touchdown.
Exactly.
So, hey,
Did you see the promo? Did you see it?
You talk about you sent it on Twitter. How you see it on Twitter?
It played. Hey, Sante, he don't see that when KJ. Hey man, you just got to practice or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna give you a pass on that. All right, big dog. All right, we got Jeff. What up, Jeff? What's good?
What's going on? Thank you guys for having me on.
Man, we appreciate both of you fellas coming on, man. Y'all family for us. We all go back, and anytime we can have KJ and you, Jeff, man, it's a treat for us. So cool. What is that feedback?
Okay, let's KJ.
Okay. KJ, mute yourself for 1 second. Okay, so that is KJ.
Yeah,
so we got to figure that out, KJ, with your mic. So while we trying to figure that out, Jeff, let's bring Jeff in, man, and let's get into the rankings.
Well, I want to go to the rankings. I want to discuss this opinion. About recruiting. So I mean,
sure.
I get calls, and other people get calls about my son is better than your son, and he should be ranked higher. I'm okay with you guys calling and elaborating on this shit, but it doesn't make no difference what you say. I'm not gonna move you, predicated on what you're feeling and what you think. Now, if you're getting drafted, and KJ was in this situation before,
sure.
When you're getting drafted, we can't make somebody put you high on the draft board.
True.
Because they like what they like.
True.
And the reason they have them guys rank is just because they seeing something in the other kid or your kid that says he's a number one or number two player.
Sure.
That doesn't mean your son is not a good player.
No doubt.
That doesn't mean your son won't get drafted, especially when you are a freshman, sophomore. You have time to direct, change the narrative predicated on how you work. So I have opinion based on what I see off season, stats, numbers, film. I don't care if you won a championship. I don't care if you threw for 5,000 yards, and that maybe helped me out. But I don't care what you won. You're going to get better. And 9 times out of 10, if you might be 2, you might be 1 next year. You know what I mean? Everybody recruiting is different. Because you're a power 4 or you're a top dog, that's okay. You're a top dog. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Or I just think you're a better quarterback predicated on your numbers, what you did off season. That might be my opinion.
Sure.
Whether you are ranked in the nation, I'm doing a different evaluation for the state of Michigan.
Gotcha.
So don't take it personal. Get even, prove it to me, set me up, and be the better player. Period.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Sante, put the phone number up for us. I know we're gonna get some calls on this today.
So
it's gonna happen.
KJ went through this in high school.
Sure.
He was different receiver than Donnie Corley was.
No doubt.
Now, KJ was 1 on somebody's board. He was 2 on somebody's board. Corley, KJ, and Donnie was 1 and 2.
Daz was up in there
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Well, Well, he wasn't high as them.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in the locals, it was a debate.
Dez came out with you, KJ?
Well, my draft here?
Yeah. No, out of college, high school,
Yeah.
college, high school.
Nah, Dez went before.
Yeah.
Oh, he went before UK?
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, Dez older than me.
My bad. Okay, but I know you. Okay, not the same year, but they still was all battling. You know what I mean at that time.
Well, everybody had their opinions
Yeah.
about Donnie Corley and KJ
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah,
And KJ, what'd he do? He just kept playing.
no doubt,
He kept playing.
no doubt,
Donnie Corley was good as hell. I didn't ever say he wasn't.
for sure.
I didn't say the other kids wasn't, but
For sure.
they're good.
Right.
Well, and I'm just stated what my opinion is because I watch those kids every day. I watch KJ shit the whole year, and Donnie
Exactly.
Corley as well.
Exactly. I think, and Jeff, before I chime in, what's your thoughts, man? When you do the same thing, you give rankings. This is what you do, and as you know, everybody's not going to be happy with the rankings that you give all the time. What chime in on that? As far as the
Yeah, so for me, I look at how much success a kid has on the field, how their team does, how they're able to contribute and make a difference on both sides of the ball. So that goes into the equation as well. And I know when it does come to the college, not every kid is a fit for the scheme that a college wants, and it's you can go forever on things that determine recruiting rankings and all that. But for me, that's pretty much what I look for. And, I see kids, how they interact with other kids, how they interact with coaches. We're looking at all that type of stuff.
So Jeff, is that a knock on the kids' parents, how they call the recruiting services, 247 rivals, and complain about their kid not being ranked? What do you think?
or where they're ranked
Rather ranked, yeah. Or not being ranked.
or not being ranked, correct?
I think there's two sides to it. I think, obviously it comes with emotions and stuff that, people are going to be emotional if they're not high enough ranked, et cetera. But a lot of people don't know how recruiting rankings work, how anything really works besides, what they're dealing with on a daily basis. So there's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misunderstanding. It's not like a 1 + 1 = 2 type of situation where you see it right before your eyes. You don't know what people are using to base their evaluations off of, what's on the big board behind closed doors and such. So it's a little bit of both.
KJ, what's your thoughts, man? I remember taking you to camps and Urban Meyer and Friday Night Lights and all different types of things. Michigan State. We went through the whole process. So talk a little bit about that. What's your thoughts, man, when it came to you getting ranked back in the day?
Man, I think the only thing I really remember is more so I remember I used to go on like 24 Sports or whatever and always look up my name and stuff like that. And it always said like interest and stuff like that. So it was no stars for me until Michigan State. Till I went to the camp and then I got the offer from Michigan State. I think that was the first time like I had some stars next to my name or whatever the case may be. Even though I really didn't care. Like I really didn't care at all. But it didn't really, I didn't
But
it didn't really pick up till Michigan State.
But that was early though. Because
that was my freshman year, but
freshman year.
Freshman year, yeah.
Yeah, that's early. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess let's dig into it a little bit more though. When people were sizing you up, Kay, talking about your size, you this, that, and the other, woo, woo, woo. That was kind of a lot of the people rationale. You know what I mean? Talk about that, though, the dynamics of that. Somebody saying, hey, he's a good player, but he's not, Reds Wins went through that when we played. So your size, as opposed to saying, it don't matter how tall or this or that, I'm a dog. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. I think it was just basically off how I was raised, first of all. And then second, going to Booby Wins, going to him every weekend, and I'm in 4th grade going against the high schoolers getting whooped on every day. So it was like, you know, and once I got the hang of it and like, all right, like I'm playing with dudes way older than me and stuff like that. Um, and I remember a couple times I was hanging with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could guard them and stuff like that. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if I can do this to these dudes that are way more advanced than me, my age should be just as easy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think give a applaud to y'all for and my dad just for taking me to wins every weekend and working out with Jordan Lewis and
Mm-hmm.
shoot Vontae Maddox and all those older dudes, D Funch. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that I had to get my butt whooped on a couple times, but it's like I didn't like the feeling, so it was like, all right, I gotta either do something better or keep grinding because it can't get no worse. If I'm already playing against the best of the best and I'm already the youngest in the room, hey, might as well keep at it.
When
Because
you
by the
got
time my class come up, then it'll be easy.
when you got to college and you were at Penn State and you came in as a freshman, was the whole ranking thing matter? You know what I mean? Like if you was a 4 or 5, did you guys have those conversations?
Um, well, for me, it was a little different because I had the torn ACL.
True.
So, um, so I redshirted.
Sure
You
you
know
did.
what I mean? But I mean, yeah, I redshirted, but it wasn't like it was never conversations like, "Oh, you're a 4-star recruit. You're gonna be playing this year," or whatever the case may be. Like you see that all the time. You see 4 stars be on the bench for a year or 2 years. Like it just like when you get to college, like people get better, and that's when they start to develop and start to get better. So you can get beat out of a spot in college easy
Mm.
if you work at it. But
Wow.
But I mean, how do you deal with the pressure of someone being better than you when you went through that season? What is your thought processes going through that?
Or did you ever think somebody was better than you? Because
no,
I
that's the
know
thing.
you.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I've never thought that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that's what kept me hungry. You know what I mean? In college, I just knew I wasn't ready because of my injury, and I didn't know how to come back from the ACL and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that was my first time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was very new for me. So when they redshirted me, I was like, all right, I gotta accept it, but I can go about this one or two ways. Because mind you, I'm 17 in college because I early enrolled. I could either I could either enjoy the college experience or still try to perfect my craft and do what I can. And I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of a blend. It was kind of a blend, you know what I'm saying? Like it was y'all know my parents, y'all know how I was raised. So I was like, they was strict. So it was like my first time being away for real. But at the same time I wasn't loose about it. Like I was some days or sometimes I skip the parties and go on the indoor and get some work in with a couple of the fellas at 12 at night. Like that's just like if we ain't have nothing else to do and like we ain't feel like party, we go work out.
Mm.
Like and that's how it was. Like that's how I think you bond better. Like, hey, let's get some late night throws in. I know y'all boys up on a Friday night. We don't got nothing to do.
Mm.
Shoot, let's go get a boom box, set it on the field, warm up. Let's get some throws in, and that's how we did it.
Well, nobody opinions mean anything when you love what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, so give you, and you probably can laugh on this, Jeff. Bryce Underwood, he got a criticize him. He's not that good. He's good. He's not that good. He's good. He's not that good for what he's getting. What I say, KJ, he's damn good. You know why he's good? He worked.
Mhm.
He didn't pay attention to nothing but grind.
And he act like a pro already.
That's right. And his
Yeah.
family was there. The rankings didn't mean anything. His people is not calling the ranking 247. He played. He played. And he did. And that's why he is who he is. I call him Superman. He don't let shit bother him. He just work, 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 work. And it's no matter who you are. If you just constantly working and being successful, working out and putting the extra work in, and you love football, I guarantee, no matter what people say, you're going to be successful. Period.
Yeah, I agree. I just, like Jeff said, it's two sides to every story. It's two sides to this story. And when you're going through the process, when someone is telling you, you know, that so and so is better than you, or people are human at the end of the day.
Mhm.
You know, anybody over here no robots. So whether it's Reggie Wynn, whether it's Derek Denham, whether it's Jeff, whether it's Alan True, whether it's Josh Hembo, whoever it is, believe it or not, if Booby says that KJ is better than Derek Denham, trust me, somebody's gonna have a problem with it. And that's human nature. That's why people, the Oscars or a Grammy or all those things are based on somebody's opinion at the end of the day. Don't mean Titanic was better than Gone in the Wind, but that's somebody's opinion. And I just remember specifically with KJ, yes, KJ ignored a lot of the noise. He was a competitor. You know, every time we took him somewhere, he wanted to compete. I don't give a damn who it was, how big they were, if it was Cass, if it was King, it was what. KJ wanted to compete. And a lot of that, Reg, did have to do, you know, I think with you and with playmakers and, like he said, putting him out there as a young boy.
I'm going to give you an example. Jeff, you can probably laugh, and KJ can do it. Will Johnson got drafted second round. Will John was the number one corner off the board. Whatever reason, I'm not going to display, whatever reason he didn't get drafted first, he got drafted second round. And if you watch his preseason, he is out there killing it.
He earned a starting job.
Well, but see, my point is this.
Right.
It's okay for somebody to say you're not better than him, but you just got to keep the grind in front of you, because that cat, Will Johnson, he was always good as hell.
No doubt.
And he never said nothing.
And that's Will's demeanor, though. Will is not a very talkative kid. Will's just gonna put his head down and do the work. We know his dad, know the family. So that's just Will. And then Will did have an injury too, coming in to camp. He didn't get to compete in the combine. He didn't do any of those things, and that had to play a part. But let's take it further. I want to get everybody's opinion. Shedeur Sanders. Sanders, ain't no way in hell you can tell me he should have slipped down to the whatever 4th, 5th round he got drafted.
Well, that's different shit. That's different issues. It's off the field antics offended a lot of general managers. The stuff that he did when he was at Colorado, and it wasn't his ability playing. They didn't want this quarterback. They didn't want this quarterback to be my leader or have another issue. Like, he gets in Cleveland and he's driving 120 miles an hour.
Okay. But that has nothing to do with on the field, though, Reg.
But general managers think that is the case. I want my quarterback to be the president.
I get that.
But you acting like he was doing crazy stuff in Colorado. What was he doing crazy in Colorado?
Doing the same shit. He driving fast down on campus. Wasn't nothing major, but he made some comments and immaturity. But that doesn't mean he's not the best player or the should be third round. See, we just don't evaluate on skill set. They evaluate mindset, off the field antics as quarterback. They want this quarterback to be, when I say Donald Trump, Obama, you know what I mean? They want them to be that leader. And then I get it, but it's okay. He got some chip on his shoulder. He kept working, and he looked great.
I just think the boy's confident.
It is. It is. He looked great.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is a $1 billion business, right?
Yeah,
KJ, you know that. Jeff, you know that.
Absolutely.
KJ, I'm sure you play with some. We ain't got to get into no names, but you play probably with some assholes that do some stupid stuff. And then when you're younger in college or high school, that's the part of being a youth. You're not 50, 57, 58 like me. They're going to go through a maturity process. So to me, this is just Derek Denham speaking. Unless you, my man that played at Alabama and killed somebody in homicide driving, okay, that's a different story. But Shedeur Sanders, you can tell me what you want. There's no way in God's name that kid should have dropped what was the KJ for or Jeff?
Brown.
Fifth
Fifth
round.
round.
Fifth round.
There's no way in the hell that kid should have dropped down to that. And his performance the other night showed that.
Well,
They made an example.
it made
Exactly.
example, and we have a higher standard.
But do you think that example was because of who he is and his dad, and his dad was, prime, and hey,
It probably is a mix. It's probably that, but it's probably because like I think he's good. Honestly, I honestly think
I
he's
think
good.
he's good too. I'm not taking away.
Yeah,
But
so
we
like,
have
I
to
think
walk
it's
a straight line. And I said,
and you know that and you know that NIL stuff we having. I feel like we have
yeah.
the kids' heads mixed up a little bit now.
yeah, that plays a big part.
Shoot,
But
if I had 10 million in my name in college, man,
God.
But would that have changed who you are?
no,
Exactly.
not at all.
Exactly. Because you was a player.
Yeah, I would have fed my family, and then knowing my parents, they probably would have had access to all this and known what I be spending,
Sure.
and telling me I got a limit on what I can spend on a month.
You got
And then they gonna have me invest in real estate or whatever the case. I would have been had properties at 17, 18.
No doubt.
The kid can play. You got to go through the process. You have to prove. And he said that Troy Aikman on the other day he was playing. He said, "Why you don't like me? Why do you don't like me? You always said bad things about me. Why?" He's not a typical quarterback.
Well, Troy Aikman is a conservative, probably more of a conservative quarterback. So Troy being Troy, now look who Troy played with. The playmaker, Michael Irvin. Okay. We all know Michael's history. He played with who else did he play with?
Emmitt Smith.
Who?
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith, but the tackle, the defensive tackle, Leon Lett. I mean, he played with some guys with some different personalities, for lack of a better word.
But
right?
the president of the team, the quarterback, didn't have that personality.
I get that. Mikey from Mikey Orlando says Sanders is going to prove everybody wrong.
I agree.
He's already done that.
I agree. And it ain't started yet, but I agree.
Well, I think it has, Reg, because he's come in, he's working with the fourth fucking, excuse my language, team, and he came in and threw 2 touchdowns. I mean, so not saying that's the end of the world. He's got a lot more to prove, but for that kid to have the pressure, Hall of Famer son, playing the quarterback position, the thing is, I think, and not to get to the race card, but I think as a black quarterback, he's going to get judged a little differently.
Well,
That's just the bottom line on that. So, because he's going to have some swag, he's going to have some music playing behind him, he's going to have a Bentley out in the parking lot. You know what I mean? And you got to let people be who they are at the end of the day. He ain't killing nobody. That's his personality. That was his daddy personality. Shit, KJ is a swag type cat. You know what I'm saying? Shit, KJ riding a little scooter. Man, you got to let people, you can't judge somebody by them being who they are as far as a personality.
well,
That should go into the equation. I'm
if
sorry.
you're going to run my corporation, I can.
Right.
Right.
But you might pass up on a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, we're gonna run my corporation. We're gonna do it this way, and it's be professional. And he's gonna prove people wrong. He's gonna fall. They're gonna fall in love with him. They're gonna either love him or not like him.
So you think they would treat Brett Favre like that? With Brett Favre having the baggage that he had coming
Different
out?
time.
Well, yeah, but it's still the same time because I think.
Brett Favre didn't get in trouble until they got ready to get out of the league.
Well,
He ain't driving down the street 120 miles an hour.
He said he had a little history when he was at Southern Miss. So, again, Jeff, chime in, man. What do you think?
I mean, I really didn't get to see Colorado play as much.
Hey,
So
Jay,
I
put
really
your phone on mute.
Driving that damn car.
Yeah, put your phone on mute because we can hear all of it. Yeah. Go ahead,
My
Jeff.
phone was on mute.
Oh, was it? What was that noise?
Yeah, I've been hearing that too. My phone been on mute when I've been hearing that.
Oh.
I live downtown Lake Orion, so I get some people driving by.
Okay. Sorry about that, KJ. My bad. All right, Jeff, go ahead.
So I really didn't see Sanders play this year to know where he should have gone. And obviously covering football high school games all year, I didn't get to see too much headlines and such on him through the years, but it was definitely when it happened. I thought he was like at least day 2 quarterback. So there's some went on with that I don't really know, and I just hope for the best with him. Hope he gets everything all figured out and has a successful career.
Well, I think he will figure it out because, like Red said, at the end of the day, it's performance. So it's amazing he can still do the same things, but as long as he's winning, nobody's going to say anything. But coming into it, it'll be held against him. But soon as he starts winning, it's amazing how all that's going to be acceptable. Muhammad Ali. When Muhammad Ali was boxing, when he first came out, what did everybody do? He was pariah. He was this. He was that. He was cocky. He was arrogant. By the time before he died, everybody loved Muhammad Ali, black, white, or indifferent, right? So that's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, especially as a parent, you're going to probably get upset if you feel like, it's just human nature, man. And my thing is, get upset, have your opinion, but move on, Reg. Well, I think everybody's entitled, but move on from it.
I agree. Winning
move on from it.
Change the mindset.
Exactly.
So when he get to that point that he's first in every category or he's dominating, they ain't got nothing to do.
Nobody won't say anything.
May not like him, but they're gonna love him.
No, but nobody will talk about his personality, if he got cornrows, if he's wearing a certain pair of shoes. Long as he's winning, that's all that people matter about. Once
and Dion going to say, "Prove your haters wrong, son."
Exactly.
So I'm just talking. Hey, we going back and forth in the collab, and just trying to make sure that people understand out there is that it's not where you rank, it's where you finish at. And when you just do your due. True. Everybody's going to recognize you. So, KJ, I want you to discuss your recruiting process. I want to get the meaning of offers when you started, which you got your first offer from Toledo. I want you to talk about the recruiting process and what does it mean? It mean to you then?
That was a
Jeff, mute your phone. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh, that was my recruiting process was. I mean, once I understood how to do it and how to sell myself, I guess. Is that a good way of putting it? Get myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
Once Booby taught me how to do that, it was over with. So my first offer was Toledo, and Booby was on a bus tour.
Yes.
Bus tour Toledo.
But at midnight, Matt, they had at midnight every Friday. We go to
that. Like a Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, sure.
Yeah. And doing everybody in at the camp, whatever the case may be. They pulled me aside. They offered me a scholarship, and then I think the next week or the week after that, we all went down to Michigan State camp.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, I was a freshman, and I just had played JV, so I'm going into about to go into my sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
And went to the Michigan State camp, and they offered me as the first freshman on varsity film. And I think once I got Michigan State, it was over with. Everything, now other teams are like, okay, who is this freshman that just got Michigan State? Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's when they start coming to you and trying to get you. But I think majority of the time, I had to recruit myself though. I had to get myself out there. So I used to be on Twitter. I used to go on Google, type in head coach of Oregon or wide receiver coach of Oregon, offensive coordinator at Oregon, or just all my favorite schools that I could always see myself going to. Then, I would DM them and I'd be on them. Hounding them. I'd be hounding them weeks. And I probably hit a coach up every week, even if he didn't even see my message. Hit him up and I tell him my GPA. I send him my huddle, and I'll be I want to be a part of the program. I always dreamed of going here and stuff like that. And Yeah, majority of the time it worked. Once I start getting some film out, but majority of the time it's gonna be off your film. Like they have to see something in you that they want. You know what I mean? But I had end up with I think close to 40 offers.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you got to cut it down to one.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like it makes it more difficult.
Sure.
But at the same time, going through all that and then trying to pick one school as a 16-year-old kid, it was like, man, like I honestly have my mind set on Michigan State. Like a lot of people don't know, I was silently committed to Michigan State for like 2 years.
Right.
Things happen at Michigan State or whatever case may be, and then I had to, just rethink it. I was just rethinking everything. Like, is this a good idea? Is it too close to home? And stuff like that. Because if Michigan State was 45 minutes away from my backyard, I can go back to the hood anytime I want.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So, making that decision to go to Penn State, like I had a top 5. I had Oregon, Arizona, Iowa State, Michigan State, Penn State, and I know y'all probably say why Iowa State, why Arizona, or whatever the case may be, but it was really because of relationships. Coach Campbell was at Toledo. He was the first dude that offered me.
Sure.
And so when he went to Iowa State, like it was no question. I didn't care what other school I had. Like I already knew, like he gave me my first opportunity. He gonna be part of the last decision I make. Just because he the first one that gave me opportunity. That was just my loyalty to Coach Campbell. I probably could hit Coach Campbell up to this day. And some days I'll be like, man, I still appreciate you, dog. You know what I mean? Just that's just the type of dude I am. But making that decision was hard because it's like I got to be a man right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to figure out what is the best opportunity for me to get to where I've always dreamed of. And I've always worked so hard to do. So basically, I got a pen and pad, and I wrote the pros and cons down about each school. And I was like, whichever one kind of meet me in the happy middle, I'm going.
Wow.
And that ended up being Penn State. Everybody know Oregon was my dream school. But it's just different that's why I would always recommend kids to go and take their 5 visits, and see what it's about and what what the town is like and things like that. Because you might get to places you can be like, man, this is not what I expected. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You all into the uniforms.
Yeah, like now I ain't gonna lie, a lot of that stuff was cool. Like
Sure.
beautiful campus, but it was just different. It was just, it was probably an 8-hour flight for my parents. My parents probably never come out and see me play. Shoot. I think mostly it was just the distance, and then the coaching staff that had recruited me, they had got fired.
Yes.
So it's like, man, I don't want to go in there with a new staff. They don't know who I am.
Right.
That's a little, yeah. Like I already feel the animosity at that. So,
I just wanted to give a little insight though, KJ. When you were at Michigan State camp, when he was at Michigan State camp, and I remember this, you was killing them boys in one-on-ones.
Oh yeah.
And it's a gentleman named Derek Tatum in Atlanta. And remember, KJ, he brought his boys up there from Atlanta, the DBs. You may not. Yeah, you remember that?
I think it was Jemias and them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Reg.
But your guy, that's from South Carolina.
Yeah. Reg.
I ain't talking to my boy in a minute.
Huh?
That was Chicago.
That was Chicago.
It was Chicago.
No. But I'm talking about.
No, he came to Michigan State though.
He came to Michigan State.
Okay.
This is true story. Derek Tatum, KJ killing these boys. Derek Tatum comes up to me and says, D, hey man, will you tell fam to stop getting in the one-on-ones? He killing my boys. I've never had a coach come up to me and say something like that. He said, just let him go to the side and let my kids eat. And that's what he said about you. And remember, after that camp, that's what Dan Antonio offered you.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, I remember
True story.
Remember the Chicago one. We met that kid there. I'm gonna get you going, KJ, and it's when you had your offers, when you called those universities, it's time to commit. Was everyone committable? If you remember,
Out of the 5,
well, out of 5 or out of 10, I mean, you had 40. So, because like,
I mean, it's more about who love you, not what you love.
okay,
But I guess Kate, what he's saying is whoever offered you at that time, like they say, KJ Toledo, hey, we love you. Here's an offer. Could you have committed to any of those schools that gave you offers when you first got them?
Yeah, they was fully
They were
scholarships.
Okay,
Mhm.
they were committable offers.
Yeah,
Because a lot of times, Kay, you know this, they'll coach and say, hey, I got an offer for you. Woo, woo, woo. Jonas, for example, Urban Meyer offered him. We got an offer. They called me in a 3-way. True story. I say, Urban, he got the offer. Yeah, but we want him to come to camp. See what I'm saying? So he couldn't commit right then, but they wanted him to come to camp. Right? So he couldn't commit. So is that a committable offer? And we told him, we said, Coach, we can't come. We've been everywhere. We burned out. We can't come to Florida right now. And then it went off the table.
What and what I'm saying is, to get you guys to understand, is that offer brings other offers.
No doubt.
When you become a senior or junior, that offer is predicated on need, right?
Right.
So if they don't need KJ at that slot position, then they go to somewhere else and say, hey, KJ, we full, but we need a bigger receiver.
Sure.
Right. Now, that's okay. But see, if you don't do your due diligence and follow up and call and talk to these guys and show that you're interested in this university, the offer is going to fall. And I mean,
Yeah.
fall is not going to be there. So it's just like you dating a girl.
literal.
And if you don't talk to that girl, you don't have that girl.
Well, she's gonna go on to the next guy.
She's gonna go on. She's gonna go up to Booby and say, "Hey, I love Booby." You know what I mean? And he give me more attention than you. He
No
act
doubt.
like he wants to be with me.
No doubt.
And that's all in the same with recruiting. So when you get time to commit, and I tell my guys, commit. Have you been talking to that coach? You've been talking to Michigan and Michigan State. They have not even offered you, but Ferris and Grand Valley has offered you.
Mhm.
And you trying to wait until you go to Michigan State. This shit is not going to happen because Grand Valley, Ferris, them guys are going to go away. Now you have nowhere to go.
But would you say it's different strokes for different folks? KJ probably is not gonna go through that.
But it's
Bryce Underwood is not gonna go. Bryce can wait until the last day of recruiting cycle.
Jeff, what you think?
Remember, too, KJ was the first JV player to get a scholarship offer. The only young players at that time getting offers was when Akron dropped, like those 2 Oak Park ones, Sam Johnson.
Sure.
So the recruiting process has really changed a lot, from KJ's early days.
True.
And, up until he went to IMG and signed with Penn State, because, now you got like 7th graders getting scholarship offers. And those offers, I almost don't even want to post them because I don't know who they're contacting with to get these scholarship offers. If it's a real coach, if it's a coach going through 2 coaches to get in contact with the kid to say he's offered by the, college. So, there's just some uncertainty with these younger players who are getting young offers when they're young now. And, there is a process. Just because you get offered now as a freshman don't mean, it's committable when it's time, because, you might regress, you might stay the same, you might just look the part but not be the part. And, the transfer portal too is also cut spots out on kids. If a college only has 17 scholarships for the class of 2026, like 7 of them may be for transfer portal kids, and that leaves 10 high school senior scholarships, and it might not be a spot for offensive tackle, might not be a spot for a running back who was offered when he was in 5th grade or something. So, it's just about, like you guys are saying, build that relationship, maintain that relationship, and, just remain always in touch of what you have on the table and what you have with that college, because what you think last year might not be what you know the year after.
248-905-1128. 248-905-1128 is a call-in number. KJ, I got one last question for you.
Yep.
When you tore your ACL at IMG, first play, I'll never forget it. How did your recruiting process go at that point? Because there's always, and I don't know how true the story is that
It's true.
you you had surgery and Kirk Franklin ended up being there. I don't know if that I didn't verify that with Tanya or Tom.
Not Kurt Franklin.
Not Kirk Franklin. You know what?
James Franklin.
James Franklin. Talk a little bit about that, Kay. When after you got hurt, did anybody drop off?
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
Because when I got the IMG, I didn't pick up no more offers after that. Like I already had what I had or whatever the case may be. Nah, but it was no drop off. They was just checking on me more so.
Sure.
And I think Coach Franklin was one of the dudes to really like call and check up on me though.
Mikey Orlando says, KJ, what advice would you give to seniors that are still looking for offers? The players that are truly all in. What advice would you give, real quick?
And they don't have not a single offer?
Correct. And they're a senior. And obviously he believes he should get an offer.
Whew, that's
I can help you on that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one because that's a tough one because what's the proper way to say this?
Well, I mean, we just talking about the process of going through.
If we
he's
want to keep it real.
Go ahead, be for real.
If he don't pick up no offers, he got to go JUCO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, he got to go JUCO, and then that's like another whole recruiting process. But everybody's story gonna be different. Like, not everybody gonna go to a Power 5.
And that's okay. I keep telling you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Like you see, most of the most successful guys in the league come from like smaller schools.
See,
like honestly, like Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp came from who knows? I don't even know what the school is called.
Illinois State.
I know they got a red field.
Yep, Illinois State.
Yeah, like I don't think Adam Thielen. You know, it's like a couple dudes I can name that's been successful.
State. Yeah, Minnesota State.
Yeah, like and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you get a shot in the league, you make it count.
Right. Well, Rez, do you want to keep everybody on?
Well, no, let's KJ, because I got to get Jeff off. KJ, if you can give some advice to these young guys like Mike Orlando, about your next step, if you don't have any offers, what can we do to be relevant on the Division II level, Division I, Division III?
If you love the game, like you say you love the game,
it's going to happen.
And you're at a Division III or Division II school, you better not be doing the stuff that they're doing at a Division I school. Like you better not be like partying every weekend. Like if you really love it. Like I went to a Power 5 and I experienced my college fun for like my first semester. And then once I realized, like once I got redshirted, it was like, all right, yeah, I'm pissed. Like now I'm irritated. Like even with a whole cast on, knee brace on, I ain't think nobody's better than me, and that's just how I was. So I'm like, all right, let me tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Have my little fun, whatever the case may be. But we was in that playbook. We was at the Sand on Saturday nights. You know, we'll go to workout before the pool party, then go get another workout after the pool party. That's just how we was. So like, if that's something that you really want to do, you want to take that road. You know, you gotta do stuff different. You gotta sacrifice a lot of stuff. Yo, build a routine right now, cause that's one thing I wish I would have did. With the hot tub and cold tubbing, getting needles done, getting massages, be in the training room when you don't even gotta be in the training room so you can stay out of there.
Good point.
Cause I promise you, it's dudes like. Shoot, I put myself as a prime example. Like I feel like it's never been my talent. It's just I've had unfortunate stuff happen to me, and it's all about timing too. So, you know, I never say it's my talent, but my career hasn't didn't pop off the way I wanted it to. you know. But like I said, it's not about how you start; it's how you finish.
Bingo, that part.
So that's why when I got the realization, like, okay, like even in the NFL, like if I got the realization I've been through 2 ACLs, a dislocated hip, torn pec, and then a heart problem that I have for the rest of my life because of the vaccine. Now I got to take pills for the rest of my life
Right.
from the vaccine that we was forced to get. And I'm on year 6 at 26 years old. I'm still here. I'm blessed. It's
No doubt.
you don't find a lot of people like that in the league. They'll chew you up and spit you out.
Mhm.
That's just how it is. Hard to stay in this league. Like, you know, no matter how many games I play, how many games I miss,
Mhm.
I've been in it 6 years. No matter how many was credible or how many was on P Squad, I've been in here 6 years.
Right.
Like I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know, all somebody like me need is just one opportunity. That's it.
Well,
That's all they take.
you doing that, nephew. You doing that, man. And like you said, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
That's how you finish.
And you doing that. And you know we believe in you, even though me and you don't talk every other day or whatever it is, but you know I'm watching and I'm
I
rooting
know.
for you. You know that. And I know
I know.
Booby is and all the family. So man, we appreciate you, big dog.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
And it's another piece of advice.
Yeah.
The day that they make you lose confidence in yourself is the day you fall.
Well,
Like, regardless of what you're going through,
mhm.
like in my head, like even on practice squad last year, in my head, it's like, no, I'm still that guy.
Mhm.
I'm just trapped in the basement right now. Like I'm just in the kennel. I'm just waiting. I'm just a pit bull in the kennel waiting to get out. That's it.
That part. Wow.
Just the way to get unleashed. That's it. So like you can't let them. You can't let them make you lose your confidence. Like you got to always remember you him.
Right.
Regardless,
There it
if
is.
you got that mindset, you're gonna go a long way. No matter how the path look, the path wasn't supposed to be perfectly straight. That mother gonna be zigzag and all that. It's just it's how it's gonna be.
Right.
Not everybody gonna be Justin Jefferson and ball to get 1,400 yards each season his first 3 years. That's not
That's not the norm.
that's not the norm. Like you it's and a lot of times when you get in the NFL, it's more like you can be whatever player you want to be, but if you're not in a system that fits you, it's not gonna work.
Right.
It's just a lot of stuff that takes place in that. So
Hey man, like I said, keep your head up. Because you're a pit bull. You're a pit bull.
always.
And whatever you want, you still gonna get it. And we truly
Absolutely.
believe that. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you, nephew. I'm gonna see you Sunday again.
And I wish
All
I
right.
could be there. But
Just let me know. I got room. I got
yeah,
room
yeah,
for everybody.
Be there.
yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate that.
And good job this weekend, man. Thank you for lunch and for dinner too, baby.
You know I got you.
All right. Love you.
Yeah, love
Love
you
you.
too, okay?
Love you.
And we'll
right.
talk soon.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Hey Jeff, let's bring in Postman, give us 10 minutes, and then you go ahead and do your thing, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So without further ado, first of all, that was great having KJ on the show. Always we got family, man, and see how he's doing and we're praying for him. So now we bring in Coach Postma from Grand Valley. I got to see Coach a little while ago at the camp with the little one, and we appreciate being there. And it's time to get Coach's expertise and knowledge. So welcome to the show, Coach.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Well, good.
Where the hell you at? Florida?
No, yeah. See, look, check. Oh, I gotta go this way. No, this way. See?
I like that. Look at that background.
That's the beer deck at Grand Valley, man. That's how we make the money up here in the beer.
Hey, you got to show it off, man.
Damn right we do.
Love it. Welcome to the show again, Coach. Go ahead, Rose.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No
Appreciate
problem. No problem.
Hey, Coach, I got a few things, man. And I mean, the biggest thing that people's asking me about, how can you explain this dead period?
Say that one more time.
Can you explain the dead period that was going on?
This
Well, we
current
don't-
dead period.
We don't have a dead period. So we did all our recruiting in July, And shoot, we have 25 commits right now in the 26 class. So we're rolling. We don't have a dead period like D1 does. In July, we're rolling full speed ahead.
There it is.
So only time we have a dead period in D2 is signing day, right before signing day in February.
Sure.
And then right before signing day in December when the junior college or D1 junior college can sign. That's it for us. We're way different than D1, which is good for us.
Right.
So I don't really know how to kind of answer that one for you.
Well, I mean, that's good enough. I mean, just trying to get these people to understand the difference. And recruiting at this time, what should the players be doing?
What should the players be doing right now?
Right. I mean, how can they get recruited? What they need to be doing to be recruited around this time, during the season time?
Or who are you focused on? Are you guys already wrapped up? You know,
No.
2026,
No.
27? Where you at?
Yeah, I mean, we're on 26s right now. You know, I mean, I think the biggest thing is, you know, we go out in January to talk to some coaches, but when it gets real big, I think in May, man, like you got to like all those showcases that high schools have, and they're, you know, Michigan has a lot, Indiana, Ohio, you know, you got to be out there and you got to show off a little bit right there. And then the summertime, I think that's big, man. The summertime, get out to some camps, get evaluated. So we can see you. And then we bring you in over in July at our camps in June or July. And then we have, you know, more of our top tier guys that we're looking at coming in July also. So, and then we do a workout there too for our guys. And, you know, the big part is evaluation. You know, you have to have good tape, obviously, but some don't have good tape. Some guys are still developing as, you know, juniors, and that's okay. You know, now let's see them. And you know, when the film matches the workout, you got something. That's easy. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, a really good player, really good workout, and the measurables are all there. All right, that's a slam dunk. But then when it gets to like, oh shit, the film's really good, but the workout, you know, didn't match. Okay, now we got to go some other things here, or vice versa. You know, and you know, measurements are a big thing, man. Like, it is what it is. If you're an old lineman, you're not 6'3", and it's hard to get, you know, be recruited. It is what it is that way. But you know, I don't know. I mean, you just got to keep working. You know, it is not where you start, it is where you finish, a little bit like KJ just said, you know, but it also, like, you got to ball out, man. You have to have a good senior year also, and a good junior year, and then a good summer. Like, if you want to be recruited, you better love football, man. You better not be doing baseball in the summertime or basketball, AAU, or, you know, I mean, it just is what it is. If you want to play college football, you better be serious about that and get to places so you can get seen, get evaluated.
Absolutely. God, absolutely.
Hey, Coach, real quick, you got Jeff Corian from the D Zone on, and Reg had a topic. I don't know if you were able to hear it or not. We were talking about rankings, like you get from 247, you know, Rising Stars, D Zone, whatever. Do you guys pay attention to the rankings?
No, no disrespect. Zero.
But this is good information to know.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't look at any 7-on-7 clips. You know, I listen when Coach Wynn tells me something, but then I put my ears and my eyes on recruits. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm at Grand Valley, so we do it different than anybody else does. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying how we do it. And we look for certain people, right or wrong, different. It doesn't matter. That's how we do it, and we believe in it. You know, there might be a hell of a D lineman somewhere out there that doesn't match what we do schematically or in our system, and that's okay. There goes somewhere else. That's fine too. There's tons of good players out there. You gotta, like, what is it in your program that you're looking for in players? And the biggest thing is, like, are they going to develop? You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to have a process in the recruiting at your school, and then you got to develop them. So at Grand Valley, we look at, you know, okay, what's the measurables of the kid at that position? Can he play that position in our system, in our scheme? Do they fit in our locker room? You know, I mean, that's a big thing, man. Like, man, like, yeah, everybody talks about culture. Everybody talks about culture. And there's like 1 million different ways to go about culture. And that's cool. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But, like, I want to write, you know, we want a kid that's going to fit our locker room. And the number one thing is, man, that he's a good person, that he's a competitor. You know what I mean? Like, the work ethic and all those things, you know, we'll get that out of them. But, like, are you truly a competitor? Do you truly love football? are you truly a good teammate? You know, do you have a mindset of a growth mindset? Are you going to develop? Do you have the body frame and the type to develop? You know, all those things we put into account on everything, you know?
One more question. I got one more question. Do these annoying ass parents and call you, affect you, irritate you guys? How does that affect the kids' opportunity? Because we know we got a lot of them out there.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
I want to hear
It is. I don't know, whatever you want to say, annoying or you want to say whatever. But I mean, also you got to not use parents, but you got to recruit parents too.
this.
You know, and then what you just said right there is the player and the parent. Like if a dad is freaking, if he wants it more than the kid, well, that's a big red flag.
It's a big red flag.
And I'm gonna punt. We're gonna punt. It is what it is.
Right.
You know, the mom is an enabler, the dad's an enabler, and the kid, you know, he'd get away with everything or this and that. Like we'll punt because we're gonna bring in the right. We're gonna try to do our best to do, you know, all our homework to make sure that we do bring in the right kids. You know, and again, parents are parents. Like it is what it is. I'm gonna be honest and upfront with them and very transparent. You know what our expectations is, what we're expecting out of your son. Yeah, we're gonna class check your son. Yep, we're gonna. If he's late, he's gonna get punished. Matter of fact, if he misses assignments or don't turn in things, you're the one that you're gonna be getting a phone call after I talk to your son.
Mm.
And if you don't like that, then don't come to Grand Valley. We'll be all right. You can go somewhere else, and we'll be all right. So I mean, it's just at the end of the day, being upfront with the parents, and then yeah, when you get to 100 emails about my son's this, my son's that, send me video and all that stuff, like. I don't really care. I don't really care how much you bench press. I don't care how much, like, you've been to these camps and this and you balled out against these people. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, we don't even look at high school records. Like, if you went 9-0 or you went 2-7, like, that doesn't matter to us.
Wow.
It's, again, is he a right fit in our program? You know, can we develop him into a player that we think he can be year 2, 3, 4, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, other words, parents affect the recruiting process for that child.
Yeah, I mean, in a good way or a bad way. You know, I think it goes both ways. I really do. I mean, you can get turned off real quick by a parent, or, you know, but you also can use the parent to help you recruit the kid too. You know what I mean?
Hey, Coach, does that matter as far as how talented the kid is? Let's just.
Yeah,
you see my point?
No, I do see your point. Hell yeah. I mean, we're in the business, man. We're trying to win football games. You know, I mean, if the kid's super, you know, talented, and you see, you know, that he does fit in our locker room and there is a bright future, like when he comes here, we're not going to deal with the parents about playing time and all that stuff. Like, you know, but I'll have an honest conversation with parents too, and I'll be honest with them. If they don't like it, then it is what it is. There's a transfer portal. You can hit that anytime you want. You know. So I ain't concerned about that. I'm not worried about that. You know, parents are parents. You know, it's I don't know. I guess I don't really. We're all humans. You know, we all think we have all the answers. You know, but I don't know. That doesn't really. We like to recruit good kids, good parents. You know, but shit, some parents or some players come from single parents. Some come with double. Some come with none. Like it's all the above. And that's what's awesome. That's what's awesome about football, man.
Right.
Come from all shapes and sizes, everywhere in America. You know, that's what's awesome, I think, about the game of football. And then you get them in your locker room, and then you teach them life lessons, and you teach them how to develop, and you teach them how to grow, and then they leave here a better person, a better player, a better community member, all the above. You know, that's at the end of the day what's it all about. Obviously, you want to win football games, you want to win rings, but at the end of the day, man, let's get that damn degree, you know, and then let's see how far we can take in the game of football and in life.
Going back to recruiting, Coach.
Yeah, sure.
And to go back what Reg was asking, with people like Jeff Corrigan or Alan True, you don't you have to rely on that just a little bit though, because you're not able to go see every kid. So, like for example, I bring my son up to Grand Valley. You never seen him before. You get to evaluate him based on the first time you see him. You know what I mean? Do you ever go to those guys' sites and say, well, you know what, man, let me see who they got ranked here. Maybe this is somebody I haven't seen in person. You know what I mean? Does that ever happen?
Ooh, I don't know, Reg, have I ever called you up and said, this person's ranked here. Should I take him?
No.
I'm more like, hey, Reg, how does he move?
Well, not rankings, coach. I'm saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Reg may say, hey, I got somebody.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, coach? I got this kid, whatever. Again, because you can't see everybody.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, all that you're saying.
Sure.
That's kind of more like an introduction. You know what I'm saying? Like an introduction to these guys. And then yeah, we do like we can't see everybody, but if you guys are talking about that particular player, I'm going to pass it on to the recruiting area and or the position coach, and they better do their job.
There you go.
To, get an eval, get him to campus, go see him in school, go see him at a camp, something, because you guys, I mean, we do trust you guys, but at the end of the day, okay, we're not going to take, or again, is it a right fit for us? You know what I mean? But yes, that's an introduction, man. Like it's like going to high schools and gathering names. Like we get 500 names, but we're only taking 30 to 40 a class. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an introduction. It's all right. Appreciate that. Now let me go do my homework and what I got to do.
So the relationships matter with.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good question. Does relationships matter to you, from us to you guys to us?
No doubt.
Or high school coaches or anybody? Oh hell yeah, man. That's big time. Like, there's talented kids out there, but then there's more than just talent. Like we have a talent-full locker room.
Sure.
Well, what separates you? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, no one takes bad players and sign them. They don't try to anyways. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, I dig. Like at the core of them, do they love football? Do they work hard? I love when Reggie sits there and says, "Man, he don't work hard enough." I'm punting right now. If Reggie say he don't work hard, I'm gonna believe him. Like, no, or whatever. I can show how talented he is.
Right. Wow.
I'll go get the next kid. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of good players out there that do have a work ethic, that do care about football, that want to develop, that want to be coached. You know what I mean? That want to play at a high level, that have high expectations.
Jeff, you got anything for Coach?
So I noticed, Ian Kennelly, Detroit Lions and such. Talk about how you guys are able to constantly get kids, NFL looks and why kids should go to a Division II.
Yeah, that's everyone wants to talk about the NFL, which hey, it's good. It's good league. Gets paid a lot of money. I went to the Hall of Fame game to watch Kennelly, and I counted out there on those two games, Chargers against the Chargers and the Lions, 8 Division II football players that were suited up. 8. I think 5 or 6, I can't remember. I think 6 were from our conference, from the GLIAC. You know what I mean? And so, like, to me, like Ian Kennelly from Eisenhower, Michigan, recruited him out of high school and came here, man, redshirted his first year, then COVID, and then finally played 4 years. Was in school for 6 years or 5.5, however you want to look at it. And that dude never missed anything in football. Not anything. And he cared and loved football and worked his ass off every single day and got only better and better and better. And that guy could have went in the portal and went to any Division I school he wanted. I'm talking like P4 type Division I. But he was loyal and he loved Grand Valley and he knew he could get to the NFL right from here because every scout comes through here. We have a pro day.
No doubt.
Well, the ball, I mean, I tell every kid, like, hey, you can go wherever the hell you want. Not everybody from Michigan got signed and out of the NFL, got drafted out of the NFL. It doesn't happen. Mr. Edwards, who was Mr. Everything out of football or out of high school, went to Michigan, had a great career. He was a free agent from Michigan. Just like Ian Kennelly was a free agent. Just like we had a kid that was here for 2 years and transferred went to Texas A&M. He was a free agent. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where the hell you at. It matters about your measurements. It matters about your measurements and then your pro day, and you better be able to run. And you better have long arms. You better be lined. Every position is different, but like, it don't matter where you're at. They'll find you. They will. Production, yeah, you gotta have production, but like, I don't know. The guys that we've had, like Matt Judon, he came here at 215 pounds. He came here at 215 pounds, 6'3". Then he on his pro day, he was 6'4" and change, 275 pounds, and ran like a 4.7, 5.40.
Yeah.
He's at Alabama or Grand Valley. He's still getting drafted in the 4th round, 3rd round, and now he's Pro
$50 million.
millions, all that shit. Like,
Hey, Coach, Jeff asked, can you explain the process of cut day for the 53-man roster?
They don't. Tell me the 105.
Oh, yeah. He has
There's no cut.
105.
But they don't. We don't. D2 don't have 105. Right.
No,
No? Okay.
No, D2 don't have that.
Okay.
I saw that comment too. I'm not sure what that guy's referring to.
Yeah. I should
I
have.
think it might be from a KJ Hamler carryover
Yeah, it was
comment.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. My bad.
I'm pretty sure like D1, don't quote me on this, but I think D1 has, they got their 85
Roster.
full scholarships. Okay. They can have 150 guys at camp right now. But
Sure.
come August 23rd, they gotta submit a roster for 105.
Right.
And the 86 through 105 have to be on some sort of
Money.
institutional
Yeah.
money. Like they have to be on some kind of money,
Yeah.
you know? And then you can have more guys on like the quote unquote practice squad, you know, but they can't be on any money.
Mm.
And they can't, and I think it's dumb. Like they should, once you submit the roster, it can't change. They're trying to adapt the NFL world, but they're only going half-ass on it. But you got to go all in. Like, who cares if the kid's on a practice squad and the 106 guy or someone gets hurt in the top 85? Like, why can't that guy get active from the practice squad onto the active roster to be able to play
On the
or
105.
dress in that game? You know what I mean? But
Sure.
whatever. I'm at D2 and I love it, man. I'm at Grand Valley. We have 137 guys in our locker room. We have, we get to dress home games as many as we want, away games 70, and playoffs is 58. And here we go. So,
Wow. And I had a question too. Do you when you see a kid, coach, and just say maybe you come up to the school and it's a kid that you like, and maybe that he doesn't have the film per se, but he came to camp and he performed for you, right?
sure.
How much? And maybe if you talk to a coach at the school and they don't give him the how can I say this?
The blessings.
The blessing, so to speak. But you know what you see. How much is that, from what you see as opposed to what that kid's high school coach says?
Well, I'd say this. How talented is he? How talented is he? Because, we can take chances on some kids. Now if the coach said he's a piece of and never shows up, hey, more of it's like, hey, the kid's a good kid. He just hasn't developed yet, and home life, late for stuff. Maybe not his fault.
Sure.
Have to take care of his sister, brother, blah blah blah. Hey man, all right, let's get him in our program. Let's get him in our culture. Let's get him around our guys, and let's get him the right way. If he's a good kid, man. Coaches usually, 9 times out of 10, coaches. We have enough relationship with coaches. They're going to be honest with us, and there's a fine line too. Hey, the kid's a great kid, and just there's some distractions. Just like there's distractions with everybody.
Sure.
Can he fit with us? Can he fit in our system? In our locker room? You got to dig on the kid. Then you know what I mean. Get to know the kid inside and out. Spend some time with the kid. Come find out where what's going on. We have a kid in our program right now that is an unbelievable kid, man. Unbelievable kid that came and walked on for us, and he not walk on no more, and he gonna be playing now. He's from Ferndale. He was sleeping in cars and shit. Out of high school. You never know where kids come from, and they never know how they you get around a team environment, you get along a good locker room, where there's only one mission, there's only one belief, there's only one, brotherhood, and they buy into that real quick because they like it. They like being around that. You know what I mean? I don't know. We don't get a lot of I don't know. I don't think we get a lot of if coaches, high school coaches, if they say they're bad, we're not going to really. I think we'll go to the next kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But what you, I understand what you're saying. It's more of I'm not sure if he can play for you or not. All right, well, let me look at my eval. Oh,
Right.
Good, Peyton can run. He has long. Yeah, let me take a chance on him.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Reg, you ever seen him? Somewhere around? Is he in your 7-on-7? How does he work? Is he good?
Right.
Can he play? Yeah, he can play for you. All right, cool. Let me dig a little bit more. Let me get him back over, and let me work him out one more time. Let me talk to him on the phone, FaceTime him. Let me get him over to get to know him a little bit more. Let me dig a little bit more about does he love the game of football? Does he love to work? Does he like to work hard?
Wow.
Right. We got to get you off, Glenn.
I got a couple more minutes.
All right. So my question is to you: if I want to get a kid or kids want to come on and play for Grand Valley, how can we get on the team, or how can we get recruited from Grand Valley?
Hey, Coach, I'm listening to this question real carefully.
How can we get
right?
If you're in a 27 class and you want to be recruited.
Okay, so 27 class, I got you. Okay. In January, we'll go on the road for a couple weeks, and the high school coaches will ask about 27s, names, and then about them. And then we will have junior day invites for spring ball practices, some Saturdays, and measurements and getting to know their position, talks and head coach talks, getting to know the family and them. And then we'll go on the road for 2 weeks in spring, for the showcases. And let me rewind. We get back off the road in January. We'll sit as a staff, offense, defense. We'll watch the top guys in our areas by position and that side of the ball, offense or defense. And then, like I said, we'll go in the spring and eval those guys that we watched. Get to see them move around a little bit. Change direction, do some stuff like that, track practice, whatever it may be. And then you got to get to some camps, man. You got to get to some camps. I like when kids come to our camps because I can do what drills I like to do, And I'm not saying I don't like to, I went to one camp this summer. I really did. I went to one camp, and that was at Detroit, the big dog camp, And but after that, I want kids to come onto our campus. A, to see what it's like, but B, like, I want to see, how much they love football. Are they willing to get in a car and come and get evaluated by us, And we don't, at our camp, we don't test. We don't test. We don't sit there the first hour and do 40s and all that shit. We don't do that. We get right into individual drills and football drills, doing stuff that matters that we like to evaluate on kids. And, I think that's important because that shows that, hey, you want to be here and be, I want to see your work ethic. I want to see how you can handle coaching, how you can, how you go drill to drill, how you do things, because they all matter to us.
Coach, how do you, and I know you got to go, but how do you, if you're recruiting a kid, say you got this kid you really want, and he's interested in Grand Valley,
yep.
But he may be Division I player as well.
Yeah.
How do you, he's on the fence, you guys, what's your sell? How do you work against that?
If they have offers for Division I, is that what you asked?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're interested in you because of you. Tradition. They like the coaching staff. Sure. You guys are like a Division I program. Let's call it facility. Yeah. How do you work that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kids have Division I offers, but are they committable?
Sure.
That's first and foremost. Are they committable? The G5 schools, if they're committable, we're not going to. I don't care how good looking I am or how much money we have to sell. They're not coming here. That's okay. We get it. But we'll fight the FCS schools.
Okay.
We'll fight those guys.
Okay.
And location, facilities, relationships, all those things, game day attendance, all those things, that's why it's important to get them to games. And if they are getting recruited by, the FCS schools, if they come in later. So yeah, there's a lot of battle there. There is, the good part is that we don't have any in the state of Michigan, which, thank you for that, but yeah, we are division. We like you said, we are just like a Division I school, but we're still proud of who we are and what we are, what we do, and what conference we are in, and what we do here at Grand Valley. So we are Division II, and I also say, hey, if you think you're that big bad in Division I, then come here and see how good you are, and then maybe if you are that good and you want to go somewhere else, I don't recommend it. I don't want you to, but I also get the business. I mean, shit, we had 10 guys go to the portal last year and go Division I. So I mean, it's the new norm now.
But isn't that a compliment to you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, damn right.
You know what I
It
mean?
should be. Like it should be, but like, no offense, our ED's not giving us a pat in the back and raises because we signed guys to go from out of high school, and then we develop them because they didn't see something in them that we did, and they go on and get paid X amount of dollars at a P4 school,
Right.
And that's another thing. Like when guys come in our office and they want to leave, that's the good thing about our kids is like the guys that do want to leave. It's either P4 or they're coming back. They're not going to go to the MAC, which is awesome for us because you can get where you want to get to, like we said, and what we talked about right from here. And, there's not a lot of money in that level as there is in the P4 level. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, but then we have guys like Ian Kennelly that stay here his whole time. Like Anthony Cardamone right now is a senior linebacker. That dude will be in NFL camp next year. I promise you that. That dude's a dude. Like a dude. Come here, develop, and freaking get better. That's what I tell kids all the time. If you want to go somewhere else, hey, man, kudos to you. Good luck.
A guy, Mikey Orlando, real quick says, are D2 still looking at 26s current?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
And the biggest thing is, like, for us, I said, we have 20, I think, around 25 guys committed, but, like, we're still going to watch senior film.
Got it.
If you're a baller and you're a dude, we'll get you back because we don't have a sign day till February.
Sure.
The first Wednesday in February is our signing day. We don't have a December, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, hopefully at Grand Valley, we're in the deep run in the playoffs where we can't get kids in December because we're playing. But January, that's wide open. Let's get some dudes in here and let's finish our 26 class and then sign in February. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, hell yeah. No, man, I don't think any Division II schools would sit there and say they're done. You know, we just have a head start on some. And some others too. There's other teams in our conference that have kids committed in the class of 26s.
Right. Last question.
Because recruiting is kind of, it's sped up a little bit, but like you can't, if you're being recruited, but yet not, maybe not an offer or, whatever, just have a great senior year, ball out. That's what I would say.
There it is.
And they'll come back to you.
And just on that note, can you tell prospects something about Grand Valley we don't know?
Good question.
67% are females on our campus.
That's the best answer I heard all day, Coach.
Hey, let's just say I like to class check.
Sorry.
It's not bad to walk around campus when it's 80, 90 out in class check.
I don't know too many guys that will have a problem with that coming to your school, Coach.
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, that's why we got to get kids here. You know what I'm saying? Like, get kids to our campus.
Beautiful.
And see our location, man.
Beautiful.
See our facilities.
Yeah.
See the location in West Michigan. We're 20 minutes from the beach. We're 20 minutes from downtown.
Yeah.
We're located in this Allendale, Michigan, where it's a huge campus. I had a crew one time, and Dad come in, and he's like, "Holy cow, this is like a city." Like you're going down, you're driving around, like where the hell's Grand Valley? And all of a sudden you come into Grand Valley, you see the campus, you're like, "Holy cow!"
Yeah, it just pops open like boom.
Yeah.
Right.
2 miles down the road, there's a farm. It's just you got to see for yourself, man. That's why recruits, like you got to go. You got to go see places.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be recruited. I get that, but man, that don't always happen. And then sometimes it does, but it has to be a right fit. You got to be a right fit for you where you go. And go do your homework. I tell recruits all the time, like, come check us out. You might think I'm crazy, then don't come here. You know what I mean? You might not like what we have to say or do. That's cool.
Have you ever missed on a kid, Coach, when you evaled? And that's probably a stupid question because nobody's perfect. But I'm saying, have you ever had a kid that was interested in your school? You didn't offer him, okay?
Yeah.
And he went on to do some good shit. Did you?
Well, his cousin's with us right now, so Reggie, he got me on that one, Nick Whiteside. So I the other Whiteside came up, I better take him. I didn't think he was that good on high school, Nick, but I was wrong on that one.
See, it happens. Coach, hey, man, we know you got to go, man. We appreciate you coming in and spending some time with us and offering your insight, man. And, hey, the pleasure's been all ours, Coach.
Hey, I got to say this, post, man. Great job. When I went to Detroit Lions practice, there was 6 GLIAC players there. And guess wasn't there? No MAC player.
Yeah.
Wow. So keep
everybody chasing, like, man, everybody chase that D1 dream. D1. I get it.
Right.
Man, like I just said it. Is it a right fit for you?
right.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Like, you can get where you want to get. You can do what you want to do at all kinds of different levels. Now, D2, yeah, there's a challenge. Well, then put a chip on your damn shoulder and work your ass off and develop, and then get where you want to get to.
Right.
If that's the NFL, then do it. And you know what? It just is what it is. When you get to the NFL, like I said earlier, if you don't run a 4 or whatever, the NFL ain't for you. It just is what it is,
Right.
If you don't have 33-inch arms and you're not 6 foot, whatever, and you don't run a 4.5, well, hey, man, I don't care if you're at Grand Valley, you're at freaking Alabama. I mean, Georgia, the 7th round draft pick out of Georgia, like, this is me kind of being a little bit over my man Kennelly, but like, I went and watched the Hall of Fame game and I'm like, man, Kennelly will freaking do circles over that guy.
See.
And he went to Georgia, big bad Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not disrespecting Georgia, but like, again, it doesn't matter where you come from.
Jeff Chadwick.
Yeah, I mean, I can go on and on and on and on.
Right.
Matt Judon, Pro Bowler, making a lot of money, or did make a lot, whatever you want to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shit, like, that guy redshirted at Grand Valley. His redshirt freshman year barely played. His redshirt sophomore year, first play of the year, first game, was on punt return.
Yep.
Tore his knee,
Yep.
ACL, done for that whole year.
Yep.
Okay, so how many years is that? Redshirt freshman didn't play, redshirt, quote-unquote, sophomore didn't play. 4 years. Finally started playing. His last year, he did freaking
24 sacks or something like that.
22, 20, whatever sacks, production, but then his NFL Pro Day at Grand Valley, right there. Here, see that info right there?
Right there. Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, you see it? Yeah.
Right.
When we had 30, I think there was 30 scouts there.
30 scouts that did, yeah.
Everybody's just drooling over him. Drooling.
Wow.
Kid for Grand Valley, man.
Draft pick.
And you know what? It was a great fit for Matt Juna.
That's right.
It was a great fit for Matt Juna. Plain and simple.
Well, you know what, Coach? You guys get a lot of credit, man, because like at St. Mary's, I actually was talking to a couple of parents the other day, and I'm going to give you a great compliment. They said one of the things they love about you guys is like your coaches are like in-house. You guys kind of promote within, and a lot of people love that about your program, man.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm a big believer in take care of us, man.
Yeah.
Jacob Studdard, he's our running back coach and special team coordinator. Recruited him out of high school. He was committed to Grand Valley, to me. And then 2 weeks before signing day, he called me up, said, I'm going to go to Youngstown State. I go, I said, that ain't the right fit for you, my man. Keep my number because you're going to be calling me. You will not stay there that long. I said, good luck to you, but keep my number.
Wow.
One semester he was there. 1 semester.
I don't think it was a one semester.
No, it was 1 semester.
Well, at least I thought 2 weeks.
1 semester. Begging to come back here, or come in here, come here.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Came here and was a hell of a player for us. Pain in my ass sometimes, but hell of a player. And you know what? He went in the real world, and he did not want to be in the real world. He wanted to coach football. Called me up, and I'm like, hell yeah. You have a personality. You can talk. You can handle those kind of things. Let's get you here. Was there GA, then left, and then we got him back here. Matt Kruth, D-line coach, played here. Won 4 national championships here. You know what I mean? Like, you know how awesome it is to have him recruit and show off rings, and that he played at Grand Valley. Now he's coaching, and how much his passionate is for Grand Valley. I don't know. I think that speaks volumes. And look at Miami, Ohio. Like, Miami, my stepson was a 26 recruit, and like we went there, and like, man, they introduced themselves. I've known Chuck Martin. I've worked for Chuck Martin for forever.
Notre Dame.
That's special, man. You can't take that away. I mean, it's about relationships. Like I said, I've said it multiple times on this podcast. It's about relationships. It's about, and you got to be able to trust people. That's why Chuck Martin trusts his staff, because he knows them. And how they do things, how they operate, just like Grand Valley. That's how it's. I mean, coaches are coaches, man.
Brian Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Brian Kelly, when he got to Notre Dame, the first call he made was to Chuck Martin.
See?
I mean, it's,
And not to belabor the point, but Coach, you guys, it's like, you guys stay there, man. It's like, it's amazing. You guys will stay there.
Dude,
And
this is my 17th 17th camp at Grand Valley.
I know.
Oh, wow.
17th as a GA. That's same with me. I GA'd here and I left for a year and a half, and I got back here in 2010 as a full-time coach. Been here ever since. Live 5 miles down the road.
Stability.
Every time I go 15 miles down the road to Founders and drink some, you know what?
Water. Yeah.
Great city.
Well, we got to get Jeff on.
Yeah. Coach, appreciate you, man. Hey, you got an open invitation, man.
No, I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
See you guys. Take care, man.
Yep,
All
we'll
right.
see you soon.
Yep, bye.
All right, Jeff.
Oh,
Bring
wow.
Jeff
Wow.
Corrigan
That
back
was,
in from the D Zone.
So he mentioned his stepson, Braden Sweeney at Grand Rapids Catholic Central, who's committed to Purdue, expecting a big year for him this year.
Oh, wow.
Big year.
Safety outside linebacker.
He has a high ceiling ability. He has not reached yet, but he's a dude.
Sure.
And you see my dude word is passing around.
I seen that. I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Jeff, I even got Jeff saying dudes. You know what I mean?
I say dude, stud muffin.
Oh,
I
man.
got it, man. So that's just
Levels.
level. Absolutely, is level. So we're gonna talk about Jeff and D Zone and what they're offering out here.
Sure.
The 7-on-7, the D Zone 7-on-7 was phenomenal. All the talent up there. We had writers there. It was so good.
Jeff had his dad there. Yeah, I seen him.
And had some good hey, Jeff had some good ass food too.
Hey, didn't he? Yeah.
So he did it good. This is what, your third year, Jeff, doing the 7-on-7 or fourth?
So that's our second year for football. Stu and I did basketball in 2021. We're going on we did our fourth year of the basketball, same type of format. We've been doing that at Macomb Community College and Livonia Stevenson this year. So, and Hype Athletics before that. So,
That's right.
next year is going to be our third year for football, trying to do it the same weekend, trying to get, make sure all the top teams are there this year. It seems I got to reach out to these coaches in November, before they finalize their 7-on-7 schedules for the upcoming season. So if you're a high school coach, definitely save the date. I think it's July 12 and 13 next year. We'll be doing Monday, Tuesday, second week of July. It's just good to get all the teams out, get some good, clean 7-on-7. We don't, nothing flashy about what we did. We just kept everything on schedule. Everything was fast. It was moving, organized super well. Every team pretty much said before they walked out the door, they're coming back next year. So, it's just making sure that all these coaches know what we got going on with these 7-on-7 events, it's a great experience, I think, for the kids and the teams to be out there and a good way to close the summer out.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and watching all the players getting some eval under some of the kids. Mm-hmm. That eval determines some of my rankings. All you do. What I mean,
hey, look, 248-905-1128. Call in.
Like he tried to get me out. So
I think a lot of times too, it's your first time seeing, like, say, someone Davion Reese this year at Sterling Heights Stevenson. People kind of knew the name a little, but this was really his first chance to show someone this summer, what he's capable of doing. And I think Stevenson now is a way better team than what I thought before our event. Obviously I knew they'd be good, but I think they're going to be way better than what everyone else thought of Stevenson, them, and Avion Hill.
Yeah, I mean, you right. I mean, Ronnie, and then
Ronnie Hill, yeah,
Jack, North Farmington, Terrence James, and I mean, damn. I mean, you and a lot of people don't do anything, but they're expecting everything. So I said this: you do nothing, you get nothing. So now you at Jeff 7-on-7. I'm like, who's that?
Right.
My first time, Jeff, seeing Amir Moreland. That's my first time ever seen him perform. Mm-hmm. Big athletic guy. Yeah. And I say this: do nothing, get nothing. Here, he probably could have been playing a Power 4, Power 5 program. He has that ability. You know what I mean? So thanks for you doing that, Jeff. That we kind of got. I came out and stayed all the first 2 days, and I had me some evaluation time on some players that I never seen before. Mike Orlando had a great 7-on-7 tournament out there with you, and shit, they 89 players on the sideline at Anchor Bay. So,
right.
But I I watched Mike because he played with me, and he was more impressed. Everybody at the doggone 7-on-7.
Right.
And that helps, man. That helps goes far. That helps me and Jeff out. That helps our rivals, and that helps our 247 just because we can get a different eyes on it or set eyes on evaluation. So
It's good to see kids for the most part running their schemes that that they otherwise would not at, say, your 7-on-7, which obviously helps. But seeing them run what they're going to be doing for the most part during the season, this close to the season is extremely helpful for us.
no doubt.
Let's go right into your the top 5. Can we do that, Reg?
Well, he want to go into his top teams.
Okay, let's go
Yeah.
top teams
Yeah.
first, Jeff.
Yeah, so you guys saw today we released our top 10 preseason rankings for the 2025 football season with practices starting tomorrow. Yeah, there it is. That's not us. That's Reggie's.
Mine. That's mine.
That's Reg. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You can go ahead and start it and list it out, Jeff.
it's pretty obvious it's 1 and 2, Cass and St. Mary's. I think
Okay.
there wasn't really any flip flop on that. I know St. Mary's beat them in 7-on-7 and stuff, but Cass is going to be extremely good this year with CJ Sadler coming back.
Mm-hmm.
He's the wild card. Obviously, they do whatever they want with him. They got a huge offensive line coming back that you don't see till the season starts, and then you saw him just whooping on everyone this year for 14 weeks. And St. Mary's returns pretty much everyone besides Bryson Williams from last year. So, they're a heavy favorite to win Division II.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of the only toss-up I had between you and mine, and where it started getting complicated, is having Catholic Central at 3 or Saline at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Catholic Central loses quite a bit of players. Jaden Pyden obviously was their, player who accounted for probably 80% of their total team, total yards on offense, assisted tackles on defense. So, there's a little bit of uncertainty, I think, with Catholic Central, but their defense is going to be outstanding this year. Samson Gashin is going to be a tremendous playmaker, and Duke Banta should step on just fine and keep things rolling there. Obviously semifinal or regional or higher is where Catholic Central should wind up, depending on how soon they play teams like Cass, how soon they play Saline, which is the other team that, I almost put at number three just because they return pretty much every single player as well.
Mm-hmm.
They've only lost to Belleville in the playoffs for the last 5 years, whatever it is. So they'll be outstanding. Tommy Carr will be in discussion as Mr. Football,
No doubt.
Player of the year, obviously. There's no doubt about it. He's got potential to show people he's the best senior quarterback this year. Probably maybe even the best player in this A. We'll see. And he's got Lincoln Keys next to him, who's going to have an insane senior year. And Esposito just committed to Michigan on the O-line from Saline. So, and Saline always has a tremendous offensive line. That's been the consistent thing with Saline the last 15 years, is how good their O-line has been. So, they'll keep things moving there. And, it's just crazy how Division I playoffs line up. There's nothing like it, in the Midwest, I don't think, where, you have elite teams going at it each week, starting in the first week of the playoffs. So we'll see how Division I falls into place. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, and going back to number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
As we know, quarterback play is very key.
Yeah.
When you're talking about these top teams, right?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Cass quarterback Tabron over there.
Donald Tabron. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. Stepped in last year, as a freshman. Kind of went back and forth with CJ at first before he took that over. Mm-hmm. Made sure he's QB1, showing he's probably the best 2028 quarterback in the country. Definitely the Midwest. We'll see how that all falls into place in due time. And this year will be obviously a key, stepping stone for him, and showing that he is one of those, that level player, which he is a dude. Anytime you win a state championship as a freshman, it's only been like Bryce Underwood and J. Campbell at the highest level. So,
right.
He's outstanding, great family, great everything about him, work ethic, team player. He has the talent, he has the size. So, things are going to fall into place nicely for him. He just just got to stay the course. And then I know you're going to ask me Jaden Gonzalez next.
Yep. I was going to go to number 2. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, it's his time now, with Axel Newell graduated last year. I know they split a lot of snaps, but, he's QB1 now. It's his team. He's obviously a tremendous athlete, tremendous quarterback, great leader who's going to keep, things moving at St. Mary's. It's going to be business as usual there. Like I said, to me, it's no doubt they're, number 2, which is the number 1 team in Division II. So, I expect them to defend their state championship. I expect them to win the Catholic League Central. We'll see how good Toledo Central Catholic is as well, because, it's going to be crazy in the Central Division this year with them Catholic Central, Central Catholic, De La Salle, Brother Rice is going to be much improved. I'm sure the other 2 Toledo schools are going to be much improved as well. So, getting back to Gonzalez, though, he's going to keep things moving. He's got good chemistry, I know, with his receivers through the years.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the system. He's been playing since he was a freshman on varsity. So,
right.
He's got scholarship offers. He's going to be fine.
Okay. Reg?
No, I mean, go ahead and finish up your top 10.
Yeah, go. You finish up. Yeah.
Okay. We got 5 at Hudsonville, Division I runner-up last year. I know they lose a couple guys, but most of the core of the team is back. O-line, D-line, linebackers. I know they got a new QB coming in, but there'll be another team who should be just fine. They had like 100 kids on the varsity roster last year, so I know they got a ton of depth. They played. There'll be the Ottawa Kent Red is an extremely red conference. No one's going to say it's the best conference. It's always going to be the OA Red, Catholic League Central, MAC Red is number 1 discussion, but the OK Red will always, kind of be that dark horse of, okay, this team, Hudsonville, is a team who has potential to get back, has potential to, beat Rockford, Granville, East Kentwood in the playoffs. So, Hudsonville is going to be just fine. They're obviously my team to win the division, win their district, which is going to be extremely tough with Granville, Rockford, and East Kentwood are all going to be, I got all those teams inside my top 20. So, it's not a slight at all that those 3 teams I mentioned not in our top 10. It's not a slight at all. They're still top 20. That's a really good ranking, and until it's played on the field, it's anyone's game. So they'll be really good. Number 6, De La Salle. They pretty much return. They don't return everyone, but they return a lot. Return Batanti at QB. They'll be fine. I know the sophomore Grayson's probably going to get some snaps with him, and kind of use Batanti in a more different role. We'll see how that all plays out because obviously Grayson Thurston's good enough to get on the field as a sophomore. I know Roan has gotten his younger quarterbacks on the field, early in their time, despite having a better senior quarterback above them. So we'll see how that all plays out. But, Damian King, expect a 700, 1,000-yard season for him. The defense will be the defense at De La Salle, good O-line, D-line play. It's another good year for De La Salle. Not much you can say. Just sucks that they're in Division III, though.
Yeah.
Seeing the other teams up co-op, but it is what it is, and they'll be just fine in Division III or Division II, whatever it was. But it's Division III they're at, and that's our number 1 D3 team, so we expect them to win. And we'll see how soon they play the next team at number 7, Detroit King, who's Division III. Like I just said, that's a team who co-op from D4 to D3.
Yep.
And they literally, I think they do return every single player from last year, besides maybe Stennis is the only one. Damon, I think that's the only player they graduated who's like a key returning player. The O-line's back, Jameer Henry, Flemister moves to receiver. We're excited for that one, right, Booby?
Absolutely, baby. And they picked up
Andrew
a quarterback.
Andrew Knight.
Yeah. Illinois State commit.
Where did he come from?
Starting high school.
3-year starter at Stevenson.
Okay. Wow.
So, that was kind of the one where I was a little on the fence about them, but they did return every single player from last year that had a major impact for them. And King is King, so they're going to be, in the state championship discussion. It's not people maybe think we overreached having them that high, but I mean, if you can guarantee you're going to be in the Division III, state championship picture, depending on how your district is drawn up with Rouge and De La Salle, you've earned that right. And King is obviously a team who's earned everything they've ever gotten. So, 8, Clarkston, the Bowman twins, I think we talked about them earlier in the program.
Sure.
They'll be back. I mean, as long as you keep the ball in their hands for the most part, it's going to be a great year. And Clarkston traditionally is a run-first team, so it's going to be tough seeing teams match the physicality of Clarkston this year. Hayden Flavin at offensive tackle. It's come into Miami's tremendous recruit. And the Bowmans go both ways on defense. Alex Wazenko has been phenomenal this offseason, expecting a great year from him at quarterback. He stepped in last year when what's his name went to Chippewa Valley. Brady Collins. When he went to Chip Valley, Alex stepped in, and they almost beat Belleville last year. With no one even thought they deserved to be playing Belleville in that game. So
they got Wendell, the big receiver. Wendell
Childs going to be a phenomenal breakout year for him, I think.
Yes, sir.
Both sides of the ball.
150.1
and 800 won the states as a sophomore. Was top 10 as a freshman.
Yes, he did.
So,
and I think he's really going to focus on football.
Cameron Love out there too as well. They got somebody said they got a defensive end out there that nobody knows anything about.
Jeff. Yeah, I was going to say they got a couple kids like that. I know. I was going to mention first the offensive guard Zach Radlick's been phenomenal.
I like him.
He's undersized, but he's been really good each time I've seen him. And I think it's Nico Terzini, I think the name is. I don't know how it's pronounced.
That's him.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Yeah, I think that's probably who they're referring to.
That's right.
Cameron Love too.
Yeah,
excited to see what they got in store for him.
How he plays. He had the great offseason. I want to see where he lands at in terms of safety or linebacker. He playing the safety, linebacker, nickel, and he played a little corner in the summer. Been like to Ivy League camps, and he did what he's supposed to do, and now it's all together transitioning to his season, so he will be fine.
Sure.
Possibly one of the best special teams player in the state too, Aiden O'Neill, kicker.
Oh yes, he is. He's a great.
No one talks about him.
Yes. Yeah, I've been watching him.
Then 9, I think this is the only one that people are really giving me an issue about is Belleville.
I'm okay with that. I'm in around that 9, 10, 11 Belleville.
I didn't think they were too much higher. They definitely did not deserve to be lower than, top
12, 10,
9. Yeah, I think they'll be just fine. It's obviously going to be a new identity this team has. It was the same thing when Bryce, took over from Christian DeHuey-Reed.
Yeah.
But I think people knew that Bryce was going to be Bryce at that time. And Kendall Franklin's obviously their guy starting off with.
But what people don't know about Kendall Franklin, he's a big dude and he can run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't know.
It's kind of like an older Christian DeHuey-Reed at this point.
Yes. And then you got Trevor Falconer, and then you got Charles Britton. You got Dave. Was it Dave Parker? You got some great players. I'm missing a couple, but I mean, hell, they got a chance.
They got a lot. This is the class that pretty much came in after Bryce Underwood. That it's a lot of good kids that are coming back. It's not just the kids we mentioned. There's a couple of line like Sean Reed, Carvin McNabb, Rocco Jackson, kids who have been playing on Belleville that maybe no one knows about because they've only been paying attention to Bryce Underwood. But these are all kids who've been starting for them, having key roles, and like if they didn't lose to Catholic Central, I mean, no one would be questioning this ranking at all. It's just, Belleville lost to a great Catholic Central team. They have a great team coming, a lot of great talent coming back. It's not anything crazy.
Sure. Who you got at 10?
Dakota. That's that's who I got winning the MAC right, obviously. I expect them to be in a regional final versus Cass Tech probably again, or however they draw out these brackets in D1. It's like Russian roulette, but they got Nikos Davis coming in from Liga as their quarterback this year. He's a good, athletic talent, very raw. We'll see how he does on like a much bigger stage now. He started at UD Jesuit, he went to Liggett, but none of those two is Dakota for football. So, it's a much, more ask out of him now, but I think he'll be up for it. Great kid, great family.
Great. I mean, great coach over there too. So he's a good coach.
They'll get him right. Yeah, that's the thing that, it's like, yeah, you got a new QB coming in who's never done anything, but they'll be fine with that coaching staff. Get him right. He's got a couple good receivers around him. Santino Lucie is really good.
He's really good. Yeah. Rashadi David Rashadi over there. Shardy.
Yeah. Jeremiah Alston. Yeah. Aaron. Obviously undersized at 5'6", but he started last year for a sophomore at running back for them. So you follow that constant 6'3", 270 plus O line at Dakota, which is constant there. That's the one thing that's Dakota's gonna have is huge O linemen there and well coached. So then obviously
for me, Dakota is just wait and see. You know what I mean? Because you got lots of goings over there. And just we just got to figure out the new quarterback. How do we do that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. Jeff types in a guest. Well, not a guest, but a comment. He says, "Great top 10, but I would take Belleville and Hudsonville out for either Harper Woods, Davidson, Grand Blanc, Rockford,
Muskegon, or Mona Shores."
Yeah.
Yeah. So all those are going to be. You guys will see it. They're coming out on our top 25. All those teams, obviously, all great teams, and obviously, we're going to talk about a couple of those teams as well, not just our top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Reggie've seen Jake Morrow. I got them in the top 15. We're not going to do numbers yet for the 11 through 25, but we'll say what range they are. So we got Grand Blanc top 15, obviously, with Jake Morrow returning. Kason Sendry is going to be a phenomenal 1-2 punch they got at receiver and quarterback. What did you see from Morrow this year, Booby?
Morrow was phenomenal this year, man. Arm strength, man. I just want him to be a little more leader and take his destination in his own hand because he's one of the best quarterbacks in that class, or maybe he can be that guy. I just want him to take over and be that guy. And then the Kason kid, shit, he's phenomenal. But it goes back what I always say: you do nothing, you receive nothing.
Yeah, he didn't do any 7-on-7 this year. I don't know what he
did anything. Baseball. Camps. He did Toledo, and he's special. I'm telling you, he is special, man.
Yeah, to me, he's kind of the picked up by a D2. We'll see if it's Grand Valley Ferris or if he stays local Saginaw, but eventually finds his way in the portal.
And he's a good baseball player too, I heard too.
Basketball.
Oh, basketball? Okay. I know.
Yeah, but I think his future is in football. He's a receiver.
Hey, Jeff, does you not seeing a kid because he's playing another sport, does that affect your opinion of his ranking for football?
Not ranking, no. It's just like Postman said, if you're playing basketball and you're trying to play football, like you're not going to get your intended results in all due respect.
Mm-hmm.
Your due respect because no one's going to see you as much. But there's a fine line obviously between a kid who's like Greg Patrick at Portage Northern who plays basketball.
Correct.
Maybe someone didn't see him at a football camp because he was playing summer basketball, at like say our event or something, which he was.
Sure.
So like if rivals didn't see him at a camp, I don't know if they'd necessarily rank him lower because they didn't see him at Michigan, Notre Dame's football camp or they're Irish, and I'm sure he would have gone the Irish invasion. But
yeah,
to my point, there's levels to it. If you're the D1 kid, like you can do some summer league basketball. If you're a kid who's you're going to go to Grand Valley, Ferris, maybe D1 tweener, like you can play some basketball, but like if you're a kid who, has nothing, but you're playing basketball, baseball, something in the summer where you're not getting looked at by a college, like that's where that conversation comes into play. And yeah, that kid's probably going to be ranked lower because you don't know if he's going to want to play football in college. And, that a little goes into rankings as well.
Yeah. And it is difficult to be that guy if you don't get out and play or participate in camps or show your skill set.
Sure.
Now, it won't hinder you. Like like Patrick from Kalamazoo, it don't make no damn. I mean, Portage Northern, it make no damn difference. He's going to be either one of the top 5
regardless, right?
But you have to be around to be that 5-star, getting out, getting move around. And he's a big ass athletic basketball player, so they based on his athletic ability.
But it's so funny, guys, and I know we kind of talked about this on and on and on. But Reds back in our day, it was more about. It's so much football now in the summer. Reds, what you do, Jeff, everybody camps. It's just a lot of football now. 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, we didn't have a lot of 7-on-7. You know what I mean? You had more guys going to camps. And back in our day, Jeff, it was more about, hey, man, we like athletes, the guy that can go, the Dre Risings, you know what I'm saying, Reds, that can play football, run track, go basketball. But it seems like now, even what Postman was saying, he was like, you want to play football, you want to play college football, you better focus on football now. It seems like.
Yeah, but I think there's a fine line we're just kind of missing with this. So it's a kid can, excel as a 3-sport athlete during the season, but like to his point, it's like in June and July, like what are you focused on? That's kind of how I interpreted that, and how I've always kind of thought, and what I just kind of mentioned that, like that's what I'm basing off of. Like I do think, like Case and Sendry, for example, like his basketball recruiting his basketball play is probably going to help his football recruiting at the end of the day because, he's good at both, but he's a tweener right now of like a D2 football player or, low level D1, depending on how things fall into play. But, he kind of needs like the actual basketball season to show like, okay, I can compete and such because, coaches don't have a full evaluation on him, but like his summer basketball, like is good for his team and stuff. But if he's like playing AAU, I don't know, like if it's got any, benefits to him, or like say a basketball or a baseball player who's doing all this traveling, but he wants to be a quarterback or something in college. Like if you're pitching every weekend, like, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to say this, and Antonio Gates, Hall of Famer, didn't play college football.
Right.
And it's a Marv Levy from Kansas City, saw him and brought him in.
Sure.
And put him as a tight end. Now he's a Hall of Damn Famer.
No doubt.
Tyler Conklin.
Tyler Conklin, the same way, went to Northwood, baby, hoop. Just watch him catch a ball down in the preseason game today. Tyler, Antonio Gates. Antonio Gates has been phenomenal. There's not too many guys playing basketball and just converting over to football and having them playing.
It's true.
So I say to the young guys who is not doing this, but you want to do this for a life, a career, get your ass in some football camps and try to do the best you can in those camps and get some workouts and film. And because I'm telling you, Jeff, the kid from Kaysen from Grand Blancs, he's a Division I player.
Sure.
And I really mean that. Ronnie Hill reminds me of the Ronnie Hill story. He can be just as good. So I'm hoping he get involved, Jeff, and find his way. Right now, he has no offers at all.
He's going to get a late type of interest.
He is.
With how good of a year him and Morrow is going to have as a senior this year at Grand Blanc. They're both going to get a boost in their recruiting. It's just, how big of a boost is it going to be, almost.
I just insinuated just if you don't do anything, you ain't getting nothing. I mean, I keep saying that. Jake, I thought Merle should do a little bit more. Merle, he's really good.
Yeah.
And I believe in him. I just need him to believe in himself and go do more than what he's doing because his opportunity is going to come. Right?
Hey, Rez, you want to go into his top?
No, we done. I'm just done, Jeff. He's done with his thing. I just make sure. But last piece, Jeff, just make sure. Tell them how you can sign up for your subscription to D-Zone.
Yeah. So that includes posting, all film on the player that we get at things. I know I'm backed up significantly with planning for our events and stuff, so I apologize to anyone. But it includes posting all film using our platform. Take advantage of our website and our tremendous audience. So if you got questions about that, please send us a DM on Twitter, Instagram. Michigan Football at thedzone.com is our email address. We're on all social media, so we do reply to as many messages as we can. But our service is very helpful for players to post their film on our platforms, and just overall good for the player. We've been going on that for 15 years, so it's a product that's kind of speaks for itself, and I'll happily answer any questions players have on it.
Okay, well, Jeff, you've done a great job, man. Like I said, I was around when you first got started, and to see where you're taking this, with the D-Zone and even with basketball now. Yeah, phenomenal job, man.
Going on 16 years.
No, you make me feel old,
man. Make you feel old.
Anything I feel.
Oh, shit. We are old. Right.
But we appreciate you, Jeff, man, and we get you back on here when you get that top 25 player ranking.
Let's do it.
Well, let's do something mid-season.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna probably make an adjustment in season, but I will do. We're fine with that.
I'm sure we'll see you at the Four Ways.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll probably be in Ohio too. That first week of season, to see some new talent, get better perspective of the game of football. I think a lot of people kind of don't take that for granted. It's good for us to see different talent besides, Michigan teams, see kind of where we stack up nationally. The game I'm planning on going to is Clay versus Wapakoneka, who has a kid. One team has a kid who's a top 27 quarterback, and one has a kid who's committed to the Ohio Bobcats, the MAC team in Ohio. So, Ohio doesn't come up here much in Michigan. So, let's kind of see some football, and get perspective.
Hey, this year he will.
Good stuff.
I'm working on Ohio guys now, so we'll make that happen, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Appreciate you staying on long enough. But whatever you need, let me know, big fella.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
All right, Jeff. Be good, bro.
All right.
And thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, let's finalize this piece, baby.
Let's do it, man.
Let's go on these top 26 by position. We got linebacker, safety, and cornerbacks. Let's go linebacker first and talk about the linebackers at who we have. And you got time to move. You got time to. I got to find it.
You got top. Yeah, I got it right here. Mm-hmm. So you got number one.
Now, number one is surprising to everybody. This young man he's good. 2026, Lathan Groves Jr. at Lance Cruz, 6'2", 220. He can run, and he's a thumper.
Okay.
But here's the problem. I just said the same thing about everybody. Do nothing, gets nothing. He had a couple offers. I think this kid can play Power 5.
Reg, break down when you say do nothing. For those that don't know, what does that mean?
If you don't get out to these camps, you don't get out to you don't do promotion on social media. I mean, because these guys are lazy by nature, men, recruiter, they don't get out and do the things. So you got to feed them your ability, your film. You got to continue doing that. You got to be that pest ass sales rep, right?
Sure.
You got to continue doing that. If you got a camp in Michigan, you can't play for Michigan if you go to camp.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you got to get out. So you do nothing, you get nothing. You get out, you get one, you get turned down, you don't go back out. I mean, you got to spend the money. You got to travel. right? And you can't expect to go to Michigan and get a first offer by your Michigan camp. You got to go to Kent State and you got to go to Central and you got to go to Grand Valley. You got to do all because you don't know where you're going to fall.
Right.
But this kid is special. And I mean it. You watch his film, you're going to say he's special. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Braden Sweeney is my number 2 from Catholic Central Grand Rapids. And he has a high ceiling.
We should have started at 10 and went up. But
10.
So, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Braden is going to be a dude at university at Purdue University. He's going to Purdue, play linebacker, and he's one of my favorites because he can watch him.
Tough.
All right. Number 3, Nathan Gersh, 6'2", 225. He's going to Toledo. He's just a big ass thumper, man.
Mm-hmm.
He can run. I mean, he scares me sometimes because his lower body is big like a D tackle. But he can move, baby. So Nathan Gersh, he had an option. He had an option to commit to Kansas or University of Toledo, and he came to play UT.
Wow.
All right. Number 4, Anthony Batanti, baby, from De La Salle. He plays quarterback. Uh-huh. He played linebacker 1 year, and he ate it. He was phenomenal.
And that's why I'm kind of shocked that you got him. I mean, 4 ain't bad, but I thought he probably would be up a little higher, quite honestly.
He's going to play linebacker for a semester. He had a great. He's still one of my favorite.
Right.
Is my favorite. He's phenomenal. Moves well. He's going to have a better season. This is a preseason ranking predicated on what he did off season as well. But Batanti is really good, and that's one of my guys. He's going to Princeton, and he's a great ass linebacker.
Sure.
The Brody Sink, big kid from Notre Dame Prep of Pontiac, 6'4", runs about 195, maybe 205 now. I think he's going to Miami, Ohio. He has a tool set. That linebacker can go anywhere, right? And that's my top 5. Number 6, one of my favorite. He plays every position of the damn team. Derek Williams, Detroit Country Day. He's committed to Princeton as well. Linebacker, running back, safety, probably nickel, and played corner. And he had a great off-season workout. Mm-hmm. Derek is going to Princeton. He's my number 6. Number 7 is Brian Stovall. Bryant, good-looking dude, basketball player. I'd like to see him get more football in. He's going to Toledo as well.
From Cass Tech.
Cass Tech. Ceiling is high because he's been playing basketball more than football. He's a good-looking dude, and he moves well. So if you go to Toledo, the defensive coordinator is going to make some changes, and he's going to make you a football player if you stick to it. My number 8 is Javar Funches out of Lansing Everett, running back, linebacker. Just a great kid, man. He has not committed yet. My number 9, Gavin May, big-ass middle backer, Battle Creek, Penfield. He is going to be he's committed to Saginaw Valley.
Okay.
So he's my number 9. My number 10 is Elijah Reynolds. 6'2", big guy, moves well.
Sure.
I'd like to see him more, but he's committed to Central Michigan.
West Ottawa. Right.
So that's my top 10.
Okay.
And now I'm going to give you my top 10 cornerbacks or defensive backs, and then we will go from there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to see this. Mm-hmm. Let's start at 10 and work our way up.
Okay, we can start at 10, but they see it anyway.
Let's do it that way.
2026, Ron J. Austin from Oak Park. He's a track dude. He's a 40. He ran a 46.95 other day, and he might be running track. But if he put 100% into his football, he'd be top 5 because he can run. He has a talent.
No doubt about it.
But he's a blessed runner, and he's running 47s. He's running 21 threes. So he can run, right? 226, Antonio Vasquez. He was at he was at Detroit Loyola, and he's actually pretty good.
Okay.
He's a little skinny, but he can run. So now he's transferred to Divine Child. 2026, Cleek Robinson at West Bloomfield. He has some tools.
Mm-hmm.
He has some tools. He need to have a good, outstanding season this year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
then
he committed yet?
He has not committed yet.
Oh.
He's working on that. And I'm hoping I'm getting him committed by a week or 2 before the season starts. And then my 2026 Reese Hurst from St. Mary's, 5'9", 5'10", special. His ceiling is so damn high, it's scary. Once he let it out, he gonna be amazing. He's committed to Grand Valley right now.
Coach Postma.
And he's just a damn good kid.
And that's our guy, Dad. That's my man. So congratulations to Reese.
Right.
And before it's over, he might climb up these rankings.
Oh no, he will.
Yeah.
Jaden Bender from DeWitt, nice player, plays safety, running back, corner. He's committed to Central Michigan. I like him. You look at his film. He got some juice to him, right?
Sure.
This 2026 Cameron Haywood, 6'1", 175, tough. Warren Cousino. He's tough. He's gonna grow. He's committed to Grand Valley, but he is really a special kid. And he's just scraping the surface of his ability, right? Number 4, 2026, Amir Moreland, 6'1", 170. He might be a converted safety. He can run, he can jump, he can hooper. I wish I would have seen more of him because he is a power forward ability player.
No doubt.
Need to commit to his craft. But he played basketball. And I state this, and I said this, is you do nothing, you really don't get nothing. And he should have been a power forward, power 5. That don't mean he won't be it.
Right.
I'm sorry, White, but that don't mean, he might be during the season because he's special.
Sure.
Literally special. Number 3, this guy has grown tremendously.
Yeah.
Antonio Vitti from Divine Child, 6'4". Yep. He's his summer, he's been phenomenal off season, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal. And that's Marcello's Vitti. But he's been
the Vitti brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's his cousin.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
You're right. Because it's 2 brothers, right?
Yep.
And then the cousin.
Marcello's and John Carlos.
Sure. Right.
Number 2, Kareem Pruitt, high ceiling, 6'2", 170, St. Mary's, is committed to UMass. I'll be honest with you, this kid had the skies. And once he commit to football, he might be a safety at UMass, but he has all the tools.
True. I had someone tell me, one of the parents, they said, why is he not getting, they expect him to be a Power 5 player. Why do you think that's?
Let me sing that song. Do nothing, get nothing, do nothing, get. He's another hooper.
Oh, man.
He's another hooper. He didn't do a lot. He didn't work on his skill set. But we went down Atlanta and played in 7-on-7. He made some plays. He has it. He just have not let it go.
So let's talk about this just a second. When you got a guy like Kareem Pruitt, he's got all the tools, man. Good kid, mama, dad, every got all intangibles the same areas. He's not going to play basketball in college, right? Because I've dealt with this with kids that I've advised in the past. Do you tell him, hey, man, what are you doing? Focus on football, leave the basketball alone?
I can speak till I'm blue in the face, but he has 2 parents that makes decision with him. I'm just booby. Now, if you can see my shirt and close that shirt up, man.
What does it say? If fat, move your chain, man.
I don't got no chain on.
What the hell is that?
You may not be able to see it.
No, just do it like this. If at first you don't succeed, try doing what Reggie told you to do the first time. Bang, bang. Got it.
That's a good one. So he have to sometimes listens, but those who listen shall eat, those who don't won't. It's simple. And I'm just gonna give you directions, and I've been right 95 or 99% of the time. But I can't tell you what school you go to.
Of course, but I'm just using him as an example because there's a lot of kids, they love basketball. Here's my thought. If football is going to be your sport and you have aspirations of playing at a higher level, and basketball, you just doing it for fun, whatever. Hey, man, I'm going all in.
Well,
that's just me.
Yeah. I just got to get there. So Kareem has a potential. I can see Kareem Pruitt being a high draft pick in the NFL.
No doubt.
If he commits to it.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Jonas, when Jonas was 5'9" power forward at Country Day, I said, Jonas, I know you're on the basketball team, but dog, you can play. You can be a first-round pick in the NFL. What are you doing? And he quit after his
sophomore year.
He quit. And focus on, and the rest is history. So that's kind of what I see with Kareem. Got all the talent in the world, definitely a Power 5 guy, man. If he would just go ahead and focus on what's going to get him paid, I think he could even go even higher.
My number one is Juwan Jones from Harper Woods, and he's committed to Central. Sure. And he got some shit to his game, man. And Coach Oldham out there is doing a damn good job, man. They got dudes.
No doubt.
And he just work, and he got paid.
Sure.
And he's nice size. So don't be surprised he may go somewhere higher. Mm-hmm. Antonio Viti is the same way. He's committed to Eastern, as well as UMass, Kareem Pruitt.
Sure.
But these guys has all the intangibles. Mm-hmm. You just got to commit to your game.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to finalize this with the safeties.
Let's do it.
And let you know who we got. We're going to start at 10.
Let's start at 10, yeah. Can we bring it up a little bit? We'll shrink it down a little bit, Sante.
I can't see. Oh.
I can't see 10. There you go. Perfect.
Drew Espers, 6 feet, 177, Traverse City West. He's committed to Central. He's pretty good. He runs well. He might be a safety on next level, but he's straight. I like him. David Williams from De La Salle. He's committed to Central Michigan, maybe overhang. He's a nice size, thick. He had a great 4 years, worked his butt off. Now he's committed to Central. Travers Moose from DeWitt. Moore from DeWitt. Might be a safety. Corner, nickel, safety though. But he's nice too. I like him.
Sure.
And then my baby, 2026, Kamari Patterson is St. Mary's. He's at 7, top 7. And then he's at Western Michigan.
Yep.
And then I have my 2026, number 6, Jamal Shakespeare. He's at West Bloomfield. Uncommitted yet, figuring it out. He's playing a lot of damn positions right now over West Bloomfield. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for him to have his breakout season because this kid is a Power 5 prospect. And he just have that season at that safety position because he's playing so many positions.
I just want to go back to Kamara real quick. Again, know the kid, been knowing him, Little League Baseball. That cat works hard, Reg. His body has transformed. And, he's definitely one of those guys that will knock you out in the game. So just wanted to give him a little bit more love. I know he works his butt off, and he deserves everything he's getting.
Congratulations. He's committed to Western. Yep. Absolutely. Good dude. That's my baby.
Yes, sir.
Number 5, I've been watching this kid for 3 years, and it's Duggins, and he had a lot of Division I offers. He committed to Dartmouth, and he runs well. He's big. He's 6'3". He plays safety. He can play nickel like Viti can.
Sure.
Antonio, and he's not bad. Number 4 is Jaden Wyndham. He goes to Detroit King. He actually good ball skills, good tackler, man. Just got to work on some cover. But he's committed to University of Cincinnati. And he ain't no little scrub. He'll knock your head off, right. You know what I mean? So he a good ball player. Well coached over there, Jaquan and Coach TP out there, man. Wow. And he's a dude. He's a dude.
Wow.
All right. Number 3, this kid, we're going to see him drafted early. Mm-hmm. Marcus Jennings, 6'2", Cash Tech, big boy, physical. He's going to University of Pittsburgh. I like him. Look at that bang here. That's a bang. So, and he plays like that. Look at him. Look, he looked like an NFL player now. So he has that every Tuesday, every opportunity to be that guy. So that was my number 3. And then the freakish athlete is Ronnie Hill. Yeah. Ronnie Hill's number 2. He surprised you. He did runs, he catch, he corners, he play receiver, kicker, punter, cheerleaders. He has sell the popcorn. He's committed to Iowa.
Sure.
And he just a good player. He's a dang good player. I wouldn't be surprised if he played corner on the next level. He about 6'1".
Yeah, I see that.
All right. Then my number 1 is Marcello Viti at Divine Child. He's just a blue physical collar player.
He is.
Who Coach Parker at Iowa loves.
He is.
And he's been productive for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And he plays nickel. He's going to play free. He can run the ball. Divine Child goes as far as he takes them.
No doubt.
Because he's the heart and soul.
Great track kid too.
Mm-hmm. Track great
kid.
parents.
Yep.
Marcello's my number one safety. And this is all preseason. This shit can change. So if you play like garbage this season, you might be down, you might be up.
It's fluid. Fluid, as Stephen A says, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can change, right?
So we need to keep on working at what we need to work at. So don't take it personal. Just get better and have a great season. And we about to enter our role. I'm going to slow down, but real quick is I'm going to send out some flyers in a little bit about recruiting visits. I'm going to take a bus and do some recruiting visits and get you guys out.
Sure.
And then we going to talk about the program next week about 7-on-7, about traveling 7-on-7 and traveling big man team. But I'd like to thank everybody for watching us and talking crazy and trying to. I'm just going to keep giving y'all informed information to help you guys transitioning from your senior season to your college season.
Yeah.
And then probably from your college to your NFL season. And I have connection on both aspects. So all I'm asking you to do, if you don't know, just ask. I'm not going to bite your head off. My staff are not going to bite your head off. We are here to help. You don't listen, that's on you. I have a lot of people didn't listen. I'm okay with that. But I can't make everybody drink my water.
True.
So I do the best I can to give you the information. I say what I say, I'm going to do it.
That's true.
So whatever you need out there, man, I appreciate you. You got my numbers. We'll talk about the program next week. I'm working on bringing Caleb Banks, a top 5 draft pick from Florida, and Devin Baldwin out here is one of the new upcoming coaches out of D-line, bringing you guys out, and we'll talk and see what we got to do.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, again, this show is about you guys. That's why we do this. We're not getting paid. This is what we love, and it's about the kids. And Reg, people don't understand. You and I debate all the time. What?
Right. No.
Yeah. You and I debate all
everything.
the time.
It's right.
And like I always say, it's two men's opinion. It's your opinion, it's my opinion, as parents and whatever. And if you got anything that you want to get off your chest, if you don't agree, man, call in. Call in. We love to have people call in, and we can, if you feel like we're wrong about a ranking or whatever it is, because it's just an opinion. And a lot of times it's what you call an educated opinion. Mm-hmm. So at the same time, nobody's perfect. Nothing is set in stone. But more importantly, a wise man once said, when they're not talking about you, that's when you should be you feel like you're in trouble, right?
Yeah, doing that, no.
So that's what we're doing. We're talking. We're going to keep talking. Hope you guys support us. This is all love for everybody, and we're going to keep doing what we do.
All right.
So we'll be back same time next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
6:30 p.m. Hey, we probably got a lot of surprises in store, so keep watching, keep sharing, and keep loving. All right?
All right.
And we're going to see everybody next week. Booby, all love, baby.
All love.
Let's do it.
Chicken and hair grease. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Holla.